We are live.
Salam alaikum with magic and salutations to all. This 30th August 2024 through 1st September 2024. I am ECMYE-IRK, your host for this first day of this 3-day event. Today, as we embark on this celebration for His Sovereign Majesty's Solar-Ray-Return of his 58 continuance third cycle into his accession, we the Nationals pay homage to the unwavering leadership, vision, and guidance of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Samhu Amini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote, whose enduring spirit and relentless dedication have laid the foundation for our republic's resurgence. We, the Nama National family, have put together a presentation recapping the highlighted events from September 2023 to August 2024 for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, for the country of United States small s. In commemoration for our annual Crown Day, we arrive before you to show reverence and give honor to His Imperial Majesty Emperor Samhu Amini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote, for creating and growing the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, quote, freedom for bondage ocean liner, end quote, to continue in celebration and in harmony with the full corn, maize / sun-flower moon. Gratitude to His Imperial Majesty for his continuous dedication in rebuilding our sovereign republic, enduring the trials, tribulations, and circumstances that would cause one not imbued with the inner strength that he has to stop the journey. For he is, quote, Red Eagle Thunderfire. Correction, quote, Red Eagle Thunder Fire / King Louis 20th, end quote. The dweller with magic. He is the absolute royal sovereign Emperor. Ipso jure, ipso facto, de jure lodium, jus soli, jus in use hereditatis, jus in use gladii, jus in use honorum, jus in use imperii, jus in use majestatis, and solo proprio, and interregnum status, droid. Our Crown Day represents and symbolizes our resilience and commitment to serve, empower, and reinforce the tenets, principles, values, and norms and standards of our culture. It's our supreme intention to make, quote, manifest, end quote, the reality of our ancestors, their / our heritage, and ways of life that serves as the foundation for our republic. We are the inheritors of an ancient past that we are using to sustain our present and to shape our future. It is not lost on us the responsibility that we bear as we continue to pursue the fact of an unconditional freedom that is guaranteed to us by us in a sovereign lineage that predates any form of modern government or governance. Our moderator for today is Nanya Shajare, and we begin with the reading of our pledge. Begin all acts breathing and thinking by saying Kalun, all, by way of the infinity flame of the dwellers enthroned in the flower of fire, by way of a universal traveler, dweller emperor, Samhu Amini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote, Zen Uru, Ish. The pledge of the Imperial and Imperial Royal flags for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States small s, As I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal flags, I vow loyalty and obedience as I watch them fly. To the imperial laws of our Imperial and Imperial Constitution that governs our Imperial and Imperial Royal Empire. To this cause, I hold my head up high. With honor, I pledge to protect and defend all within the Imperial and Imperial Royal Kingdom, both family and friend. To ensure that all have their equal rights, to this cause, I will lay down my very life. As I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal and national flags, I vow loyalty, sincerity, and integrity with zeal. As I will, so mote it be, Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. I say, so be it, so it is. It definitely shall be. Quote, Zen Uru and power we shall have, end quote. Thank you. Eesh. Full colon. Smiley face, know thyself. On behalf of the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, for the country of United States small s, the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, for the country of United States small s, full colon, quote, the oldest independent autonomous autochthon kingdom / nation on earth, end quote.
I don't see nothing on the train. There you go.
Introducing the second annual Triple Crown Emperor's Vibe Live. Imperial IIEHU University, Triple Crown Day, live presentation, 5 p.m. through 8 p.m. on 30th through 31st August and 1st September 2024. Yeesh. Triple Crown Day, His Sovereign Majesty, Day 1. The incarnation of Samhu on Tai as his Imperial Majesty, full colon, Emperor, full colon, Samhu, a mini ray, quote, Adelo Yi, end quote, Emperor Monarch INRI, full colon, Khufu Ranu Zoda, space, full colon, Samson L, 8th, Marquis de Maison Rule, full colon, Thunder 5, / King Louis 20th, Darius Todd Zodok Samson L, quote, divine royal blood, end quote. We celebrate you in this realm and your accession to your imperial and imperial royal seat / throne. We give thanks for the trials and tribulations you have conquered and endured to stand as a universal traveler, dweller - emperor, full colon. Yeesh.
Yeesh.
The royal lineage of His Sovereign Majesty. From the ancient annals of Nibiru per the holy tablets, we present to you ancient deities of this realm. Before the Greeks who named Lamu, Mars, and Lahamu, Venus, these twin deities hold significant importance in comprehending the fabric of this universe. They are the first gods born from the chaotic union of Apsu, sun / Ray, and Tiamat, Mother Earth / Ta. They are the progenitors of Anshar, Saturn, and Kishar, Jupiter, respectively representing the celestial and terrestrial realms. Lamu is also associated with the red planet Mars, which is an aspect of his Imperial Majesty. Lamu is the first begotten and is associated with war. When Nibiru was approaching this galaxy, Lamu was the first to speak. Nibiru fought Tiamat to the benefit of aligning the current galaxy's asteroid belt.
He didn't just Nibiru didn't just follow. He beat him. Well, you got an asteroid belt, bro.
Jeez. So this picture right here shows the north wind and the east winds coming through. And it's creating that asteroid belt as it's coming through the actual phase of the planet.
Nah, it was the war between Nibiru and Tiamat, and all of the other planets gave certain energies to Nibiru. That's why she has you got their own cycle now with 7 planets around. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's coming in now. So when after the defeat, Nibiru made the iron bracelet, they called it, forever to show his victory over Tiamat. That's what that was Nibiru doing. Nibiru's a live planet. Nibiru ain't no joke. You feel me? So, you know, that sun. So that's where and then he said he took one of the main pieces of Tiamat that was all gold, and that Nibiru took it to a place in a galaxy unknown to man. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they needed gold to patch up their cracks and stuff on Nibiru. So then Nibiru never worry about having, you know, being disintegrated because she ain't got enough gold, and they still getting gold from the earth to this day. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So the gold is the earth's blood. Like you got red blood, where the gold of Nibiru is the gold. Or Tiamat or earth is the gold. That's her blood, all right? And they still mining it to this day, right?
Yep, they are.
All right, so I yield.
And we can go ahead to the next slide. And now we come to the royal lineage of his sovereign majesties. To the right, we have Lamu. To the left, we have Lahamu. And this represents the royal bloodline for his sovereign majesty.
Part of it.
Okay, now, Emperor, speak on the significance of the royal lineage bloodline and you coming to your seat.
It's something you had to bring with you, couldn't go get it. So through all these leaders, that bloodline has manifested for all these centuries. You feel me? Nibiru or Anu sits on the crown right now, and he's been up there for over half a million years that you call heaven. Okay, so these are your ancient ancestors for the Greeks got hold of. And Lahamu was the wife of Lamu. And that was the bloodline. But according to the story, Alehu, who Anu beat for the crown, defeated Lamu for the seat. You feel me? So that bloodline go all the way back. But this picture here of Lamu and Lahamu, it came out when Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, presented the Holy Tablets, which is profound knowledge and wisdom, which is doctrine in our venue now. And the first book that he wrote, he didn't have these pictures in them. They had printed it from a Christian organization, and so they kind of intentionally messed the book up. So the new one that came out, the one that you got in your university, then you had Lamu in there after he met me. He met me, and then he felt my energy, and then he put that Lamu picture in there. And I got a call from Bunny and Hassan, brothers back in the day, saying, yo, Doc, I got you in the Holy Tablets. You know, so you see, that was way when I was young, in my early 40s. So you see, I had to grow to that. And some people to this day don't understand the bloodline, but you know, that was just that part of the bloodline. As I got to my seat from Agnes Sampson, my great grandma, once that bloodline awakened, well, that just activated the other bloodline. So that bloodline, when it activated, opened up the gates of hell, which released the master. That's my left hand partner now. That's over the Grand Assembly. That's ready to roll. So it's funny that all this coming up, and I'm coming into 58, number 3. You know, this couple hours, and coming to this seat. So that's just part of that, going back to the Anunnaki bloodline. When you say divine royal blood, that make I brought it with me. I didn't need no verification from the Vatican or Christian church or any of that funk they got out there on the market, though. They couldn't never answer the questions nowhere, you know. You got a guy driving 18-wheeler to drive off a mountain and blink his eyes, he at the bottom of the hill. See, that's kind of magic they ain't never seen before. You got a guy with a jackknife going across the highway and you just guide and land, you know. So every time any danger came near me, no matter how big it was, you see what happened. Even going to the ocean, moving the whole damn ocean, you know. So you got to walk small with a big stick because your bloodline go deeper than him, but you got a lot of people who idolize characters in America, all around the world, as gurus and master teachers and all that stuff. And they don't have no salvation. At the end of the day, they still going to Allah, they're going to Jesus, they're going to God. You feel me? Something that they got you locked down and you can't get out of it. Because they got the system set up that way now. So if you don't accept it, you know, you just an outcast. You know, so me, I challenged it and defeated it. Because it wasn't nothing real. So once you waking that deity up inside you, you got somewhere to come home now. Before you had nowhere to go home. Anything happen to you, they tell you to give it to Jesus or give it to Muhammad or give it to your leader, as if they had some type of divine damn power. But ain't none of them came up and freed itself. They out there today trying to free the people. They ain't now one of them stepped up and freed itself. You got folk worshiping Drew Ali, you got folk worshiping Chief Black Thunderbird, you got people worshiping that brother over in Chicago. Under the nation, you got people worshiping these Christian preachers. You got people that worship anything. And at the end of the day, it's a flag. All about a flag, you feel me? So there ain't no salvation, none of that crap. So as you come into your seat, as they say, a sovereign, true sovereign will appear. I'm here. Might not like the way I look, might not like the way I roll. Doesn't matter to me. So you see, at the end of my road, you see right there, I got a fire. I got light. At the end of everybody else's road, it's death. That's why they wear the cross. It's death. So I could care less about your death, because death my cousin. Death wouldn't exist without the light. So my bloodline go to the light. So when Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle had that conversation with me on land, and I told him about the dweller, and he stepped back and said, yo, I told y'all I had 76 trillion million years of knowledge. Where this brother come from, he got 100 million times that. So now you start to see little pieces manifest. But I didn't come to write all the books like he did. That was his job. I came to run the damn state, run a government. So you see me shake shift in 07 to now, and where we at? Coming in perfect. You see, because this is 58 number 3 for me. And I got a damn comic coming in. You know, I got everything coming in. So it's that time. It makes sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. And I'm gonna go to the moderator at this time. Moderator, do we have any questions in the chat?
Yeah, we got some questions. Salam alaikum, the magic protection. And I like your headdress. That's pretty tough. Pharaoh, I got you. All right, let's go. All right, so first question. How does the association of Lamu with the red planet Mars and you, all caps HEM, influence the interpretation of your role within the Imperial Royal Kingdom?
Oh, I made everything. That was just an image to give you identity, identify yourself. So when I identify myself, look what's on his head. And I learned about him way before I got his crown that's behind my head. So I come from the family of crowns. Whatever Anunnaki did is secret. Okay, so you find a little bit, top level a little bit, in tablets and stuff, but it's secret. So there's a race of superior beings. You gotta remember though, they only have eyes of fire. Okay. Well, you got regular eyes, they got eyes of fire. So where I come from in the dweller, well, my head, hands, and feet is fire, and my body is triple darkness. So we are superior beings. So as I came in, I had to create everything where I'm at now. It couldn't exist no other way because you got royal sovereignty. That's why you see me address everybody on the market as de facto, but they can't come and prove their sovereignty. Well, it's the royal, so de facto royal family of England, France, all of them. They can't do it. I done proved that they have my notice of accession. Everybody have time to speak, right?
Right.
So you see that it's just the energy, knowing that you got the Anunnaki bloodline, you got everything. And you can unlock anything you need. That's what we're doing. That makes sense to you?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, then we have another question in the chat. It says, Salam alaikum, my Shawu protector. Would you mind explaining 888 2024 888? And do these numbers have anything with you coming to your seat?
What numbers you said?
888.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Oh, 888. Yeah, I got the crown. See, look at the crown. Everything coming forward. So you got 888s, and you coming into your 58 number 3, and you got 888s, line gate with a super blue moon, and now you got a comet coming in, and it's gonna light up the sky like hellbop, and doing your coming to your seat. So yeah, it has a whole lot to do with me. The whole year, everything since 28 January 2022. You can go and check the record to then and now. Everything has changed to benefit us and moving the state and coming to our seat. Well, we ain't got time to debate and argue with nobody, because there ain't no argument really. Just a little debate. But the hardest thing for you is letting go of that old time religion that you hold to your heart so dear, as if it's going to give you some damn type of salvation. And ain't nobody can improve that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't got no value. Time has ran out. The earth going into another stage. And this shit you on is the sovereign state that's coming in and going through that next stage. If we got to destroy the whole damn world, it doesn't matter. The military already know. Pentagon don't know. They talk to my beings. They know who I am. That's why they say we waiting on pickup. So you got a president, all this stuff going on out here today with this. I mean, that's just ignorant people voting, because that's the only right they gave from their birthright contract. Other than that, they ain't got no damn right. So they voting to get some president de facto, so they can keep enslaving them from their birth record account. You feel me? And so that ignorance got to end. So everybody in America could be millionaires based on their account. So they don't give you a chance to make a decision. They make it for you. Or they make your mama make it for you. So you got all these cats out here trying to offset debt, do this and that with their account. When the only thing you need is your own venue. And you can do everything you need with that account. Like we're doing.
Yes. All right, so I got another one for you. Going back to the Nibiru, it says, what is the significance of Lamu and Lahamu in the ancient cosmic narrative, and how do these deities relate to the broader understanding of the universe according to the annals of Nibiru and the ECMYE-IRKR?
Oh, it's in your story. these are your ancestors who was kings, pharaohs on top of who ruled Nibiru for thousands of years. And you see, they died also until Anu, Ayun and Enki, his sons, and what y'all call Yahweh or Michael, Michael, but they ain't one number. And Leo, they the one who came and made the elixir and got them to immortality stage. But you go all the way back from Lamu, you chase it all the way back to An. An. He was the first. He was the warrior who they chose to calm the war between the reptilians and the Anunnaki. So then he came in and quelled. He was the most powerful. So they got him from one tribe. He got a mate from the other tribe, and they became that line of that created that line of succession. That's all the way to the 10th now, which Anu sits on the seat of Nibiru. But that you trace that bloodline all the way back thousands, millions of years. You feel me? And they coming out of 19 galaxies. You feel me? So, like I said, they can only the timing had to be clock coming in. So that's why I don't pay these scientists no mind in America or in the world, because they looking at stuff from here going out. You can't get no correct time. That's why you see time is off. You feel me? So they came and gave you a time, they gave you a religion, they gave you a government, and they force you to accept what they got. Other than that, you go in some place called hell that you catch every day living in America if you're a certain color, with the discrimination that's just running rapid. You feel me? And now you got the African Americans just accepting. Feel me? Without no fight, like Ed, Mr. Ed, the horse. You feel me? You know.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That makes sense to you?
Now that's clear. I got one more for you, Protector.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How does the narrative in the Nibiru's approach to the galaxy, with Lamu as the first to speak, relate to the Incur and Incur kingdom's understanding of the cosmos?
Oh, that way you gotta understand. On that level, you talking about the creation between Tiamat and Re, the sun.
Okay.
Okay. So their first creation was Mars or Lamu and Lahamu, always come in pairs. When the Nibiru was coming in, they was already in orbit, but it was a chaotic orbit.
Mm.
And that's why Tiamat was raising so much hell, because she couldn't get no sleep. So she created Princess, which became one of them became Moon. Okay.
Mm.
That was the Moon. That became after Nibiru destroyed her and all her princes, because she was gonna raise war against her children. And then Nibiru came in and through the Lady Gaga out in the galaxy, and the planet spoke and said, who was this distant character coming that was able to move where it wanted to move and at his own will? They were stuck in an orbit, you feel me?
Right.
So then they contracted Nibiru to fight Tiamat, their mother, and he said if he do, he will have to be control over everything, over this whole galaxy here. And that's when you get Lamu spoke up and said, then was words that they had never heard before.
Mm.
But they were gods, you feel me?
Right.
So then they submitted to allow Nibiru, and that's what got Nibiru stuck in that 36,000 year orbit.
Right.
Until they can fix the planet back the way it's supposed to be. That's why they're talking about the Shahs and this time here, this turn here, this last turn here. Now you come into your seat, and now you come into your room. So everything is manifesting. You come piece it together in 99, 2000, because you didn't have your state. Now you got your state. So now you prepare for that arrival outside of anybody's venue, because you don't really give a damn what nobody thinks. You feel me?
Right.
You got your own venue.
Right.
You got your own statehood.
Right.
You don't need their God, you don't need their Jesus, you don't need their Allah, you don't need none of them.
None.
And that's what spooks them. See? Because they so forcefully made you worship Allah, Jesus, or Muhammad, or Matthew. You always got to have somebody outside yourself. And you lose your way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You lose your illusion, you lose your vision. So they came through and they conquered the black woman with the job and everything, make her the head. See, but that way they can bring that black woman in the church, and that black woman can feed the preacher. But then she forget about her man and treat him like a man. That's why you got all these damn divorces out here, you feel me? Because everybody playing a game, you feel me?
Right.
Don't feel me, do you?
I do. I feel it.
That makes sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense, and we all done seen that firsthand. You came up in the church, you know what you're talking about. So that's clear. All right, so you just spoke about the returning the barrel. Can you bring clarity to that? Because like I feel like it just in my mind, you are part of
What,
the
the Bureau?
correction of the planet. Yeah,
Oh,
you
the
said
Bureau is
coming
around.
back, huh?
Sorry, it's just like that comic coming in. Sajah.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's just like that comic coming in. All right.
Okay.
All right. See, ain't nobody really paying attention. But when the last time they seen that comic? 26,000 years ago. And you won't see it again for another 26,000 years. Well, ain't that what they call it? Epoch?
Yeah, the session, right.
So when are you starting the new year? 26,000 year period?
Right now.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
58 number 3, you see?
Right.
You just can't make this stuff up.
Not at all.
I'm coming to my, I told y'all, I'm cutting my seat. I'm coming number 3, magic. You got Triple H this year. You feel me? Everything falling in. You know what? Y'all know what I got out on the market. It ain't nobody else business that's in the state. You feel me?
Right.
And the one that we dealing with. You feel me? So you know where we at rolling. You feel me? So you moving the state, and now you having monthly calls, because you magic, and you deal with the moon. You ain't running for nothing. Who you are? You feel me? So you got your bloodline, and Anunnaki. It's in all your writings. Normal. First one is what? The Iberian. That's Anunnaki bloodline. See?
Copy that. That was good, Protector. I yield. My bad. There's one more in the chat. My bad. It's a YouTube question. It's from Doranki. With talk of the Anunnaki being so prominent in the media currently, can you provide a brief summary on who they are and their relationship to Earth? That's a good one.
They responsible for our creation at this level. Inky. Some call him the devil, but he's not. Some Enlil, that's some say Michael the Great, that's Enlil. Okay. In that battle, in the line of succession, after Lamu was disposed, Lahamu raised up to become the new king emperor over Nibiru. A young one stood up and challenged it, which was Anu. So they made a contract that he would serve as crown prince, and until his rule was up, and then he rightfully had a seat for his bloodline more directly to An, the first ruler, than Alehu was. Well, through that mixture of that marriage, because he married his daughter, Ed, Dragonian princess. Dragonian, think about it. That bloodline, that produced Enki. Enki was the crown prince. In Anu's rule, he married his half-sister named Atum, who birthed Enlil, and by right of blood, through Keisha, when they ruled, Ansar and Keisha, they made a decree that blood would take the seat. So that's how Enlil became eventually the crown prince on the mission to Earth. Well, that was Enki mission. And Enlil was just jealous. He wanted to go where his big brother went. So Enki was genius. That's my brother. So Anu came and he had a drop in their order, where they say bones or sticks. And Anu went back to after they deposed of ECMYE-IRKR down here on Earth. So ECMYE-IRKR the one who found the gold when he departed Nibiru. And that's how Enki was the one who built the ship, who came to meet his granddad, his grandfather. And that's where you got the 7 days of creation. All that stuff come from. And when they first 7 days, they were here. So then Enlil showed up because the gold wasn't getting produced enough. And so when he came down to put locks, and knew what Lot sent him back to Nibiru. Enki Lot made him the god of earth, basically. And Lil Lot made him the god of the sky. So that's how that whole system was set up for 1,000 years until the flood. And then that changed the story a little bit, but that's a long drawn out story we'll talk about later. So all your biblical, all that stuff goes all the way back to Anunnaki. As the Greeks got it, they changed their god's name and title. Then the Christians got it and they did worse. So now they got you. The main thing is to take you outside of self. They can get you outside of self, they own you. And that's why they've been successfully done. Look at you. You believe you a damn Democrat. I thought you were a damn Christian. Thought you were a Muslim. But they got you believing you're a Democrat or a damn Republican. They ain't getting no benefit from nothing. And you can't do nothing but play their game. Or they call feed the piper. But times have changed now. That's why you see, like I told you, when I come, the whole world gonna change. Y'all seeing it change right before you. Now you got Third World War coming. It has to happen. It's just that time of day. Because when my uncle seen my prophecy, he said, you got a rule coming and your rule lasts. How can you live that long? So it's just a matter of time. And y'all see me coming up behind the scene like straight up lying.
Right, that's right. Right. Bear witness. Yes. Right.
Oh, so that help you out.
Yeah, that was good. That was for you too. All right. Are you?
I mean, that's you know, the other story, you had to go to Holy Tablets. He can go to Zachariah Century. He got a good, you know, he got a couple. I hear Billy Carson out there and saying certain things, and he all right, but I came on a cheap Black Eagle Thunderbird, quote Thunderbird, end quote, who read, you know, snacking languages. So I hear certain things he say, and it's to me, it's coming from that watered down, whatever Zachariah Sitchin said in that day and what they were talking. But you came up through the schools with Chief Black Thunderbird, quote, Eagle, end quote, or Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote. He wrote certain books and dealing with the Anunnaki and certain scrolls dealing with Anunnaki. And they ain't been proven wrong yet. And so even though they took him off the market, they still can't prove his knowledge. So if you know what to do with that knowledge, you can manifest. But that type of knowledge that Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, quote, Eagle brought, end quote, it has to have its own venue. It can't survive in someone else's venue. That's why it's a court. It ain't got no venue. The facts can't manifest itself. You see?
Oh,
Yeah.
you just hit something. So
Huh?
if it's part of the system, then it's part of the culture. If it's not
That's right.
part of the system, then it's a cult.
That's right, it's a court.
Copy that. That was good.
So they can't do anything with that system. Moors, they can't do nothing with the Almara. Ain't nothing they can do but lie and cheat and steal. Then you got somebody putting a green splash across the flag now. Like ignorant shit ever seen. You know, I mean, at least be respectful of your own culture to go get clarity from who's recognized on the world scene. That's why that nation over there in Chicago flying a Turkish flag. Come on, man. You feel me? I mean, it don't make sense. I thought everything's with a flag. You feel me? Trying to get me?
Yes. Yeesh.
Even when Chief Black Thunderbird Go Eagle was out, well, you got a flag, right?
Right.
Go to UN, what you got? A row of flags, right?
Right.
But you ain't seen no flag coming out the way I look with crowns on, ain't you?
Mm.
It scares some people.
Yes, protect
I
them.
said, nah, not at all. Never seen no flag like that.
Because they ain't got no royalty. They got colors. And colors represent certain things on the international arena. As we get out there, you'll find out what certain red, white, blue, black, green, red, black, green, black, red, green, green, red, black. You understand why that energy is there. But you got African Americans putting the flags up, but they ain't got no venue to do nothing with it but the showcase that they believe in a culture that they can't even understand the language. Come on, man. How many so-called Bays, Alis out here know Arabic?
None.
One thing they can tell you, assalamu alaikum. A couple of them get school, but come on. You got people calling that nation of but Christian. You feel me? Ain't got no salvation unless they worship their leader. You know what I'm saying? The Moors, what they worship. Drew Ali? Come on, man. Drew Ali couldn't save himself. I'm the 8th Marquis Demon on Rule. He was the 5th. Everything docked under my house. You feel me? So you see these people out there totally disrespect and constantly out there using that tax exempt number. It's totally dishonor. You feel me? That's why I tell you, as we keep moving, I'm gonna send well, I don't know what I'm gonna send. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna send yet. But something to the IRS to the point where you go dissolve that number. It don't exist no more. And the Cook County, Illinois, the governor, and shut that whole shit down. Then they gonna realize I ain't here playing no game, right?
Facts.
Yes, protect them. Right.
That makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Now I'm teaching y'all how to operate y'all. I'm teaching y'all how to operate y'all sovereignty. See, as y'all step out of normals, you see the whole culture change. You ain't out there yet, you coming. But you prepare yourself before you went out there, you see? You didn't just go run out there like them Moors and just throwing paper everywhere, right?
Mm.
Taking pictures of driver license with your feds on.
Right, right.
Right.
All
They don't
right.
understand what a venue is. If they don't understand what a venue, they lost sheep. If they lost sheep, see, under international law, if you can't identify who you are, well, we have to accept you. You feel me? Under our sovereign status, we have to accept you. If you on our land and you can't identify nowhere, we have to accept you. You see? So, but all these people, they got birth rate contracts, you feel me? And they can't get outside that birth rate contract. So we ain't got to accept them, you see? So you hear them say nationality is free, yeah, for the fraudulent conspirators out there, because they ain't got no venue docking in. You feel me? But ain't nothing free in life. You feel me? Even your birth wasn't free. Feel me? But you got a bond on that birth record that you can use now under your own status. Make sense to you now? Getting there?
That's right.
Right, protect them. Mm.
All right.
Gotta pay to come in, gotta pay to leave.
You gotta pay rent.
Crazy.
When you get here, you gotta pay rent.
They want to come over here and work me and have praise free.
That's right. Call them a pack.
But they go get that preacher. They go get that preacher $1,000 every week.
Right.
Come over here. Well, they want 50 cents, and they want a whole mile of knowledge and wisdom for 50 cents. But they're ready to do that fake ass preacher and give them $1,000. And that preacher won't come out here and pay their rent.
9, 10.
And they want us to save them from that madness. And they want this God named Jesus, this God named Allah, this God named Jehovah, all these cats to come and save them. Like, for real? That's some old time shit, ain't it? Don't even make sense now, do it? When you really look at it, do it.
No more God.
Just got a lot of clowns out there, you know?
Yeah.
And the same, them billionaire millionaires, that's why they lock it. They doing their best to lock that system down, because behind the scene, they know you got your seat back. And they know they ain't got no status. That's behind the scenes for those who know, right?
Right.
All right, come on.
All right, at this moment, we don't have any more questions, right?
All right, cool. That's that.
No, we don't.
Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Now we still continue with the royal lineage of His Sovereign Majesty's bloodline, royal divine bloodline. And to the right, we have Tiamat, which we just spoke on recently, Mother Earth, Tiamat. Then we have to the left, Apsu. Apsu.
That's the one, absolutely the one Enki killed, took out, to take over the sun. Don't know about that story, do you?
No, I'm gonna have to go back and read through that one.
No, protector.
Yeah, I gotta read that one.
I'm gonna go back and get that one in. All right, next slide, if we don't have any questions.
They gonna ask y'all Keisha right there.
And there we go.
That's Tiamat,
Keisha.
that's Jupiter and Saturn. It's amazing, the biggest planet is a woman, right? Keisha, Jupiter.
Father time,
You
mother
see,
time.
you see Anshaw, you see the crown, though.
Mm-hmm.
You seen Lamu crown, right? You see, I told you I come from the crown. And these was sitting on top. These are your ancestors that were sitting on top of the Nibiru, you know what I'm saying, for thousands and thousands of years. That's why Enki said in his lost book of Enki, he said what? In this day and time. But in the book, he said in that day and time. He said what? You got to change the story back. Because they're going to have God that show up, God disappear throughout this journey. But rest assured, in the end, the original ones, we come back where they rightfully belong forever and ever. Didn't he say that?
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't worried
All right, come on.
Next slide, please.
That ain't new. That's who they call God. That's who they call Allah. That's who they call Jehovah. Whatever name make you feel good. This is a new. Okay? The heavenly one who sits on the seat of the Nibiru, whose sons is Enki and Leo and his daughter Ninhasap. All them his kids that we know of. And you look how wise they are. Okay, you saying that's Serpent Dragonian Princess. I told you. Wife ain't new. That's Enki's mother on the left. On the right is Atum. That's the wife, half sister ain't new. That's Enlil's mother. Okay. So when you look at these deities talking about all these gods they keep showing you that don't look like you, that's why I don't pay them no mind, because they're the figment of your imagination. Just something somebody drew. I ain't got no authority, none of that. You feel me? That makes sense to you.
Yes, makes a lot of sense.
Perfect sense.
Don't they look just like you?
Right.
Just
Tell me
like
you ain't
us.
got somebody. Tell me you ain't got somebody in your damn bloodline look like them. That all the with all the ancestors you done seen.
Yeah, for true.
Tell me. Go check your bloodline.
Uncle
Yeah,
Bob.
And you see how
for
strong your
true.
bloodline is. You
Mm,
gotta realize, ain't you been sitting on the seat for 500,000 years. He ain't changed, homie. His wife is still living. I'm like, this is real. This ain't no dead and gone to heaven, some bullshit. No, they still living. Bet you didn't know that
yeah,
crap, did you?
yeah.
That's right. Everything's about you and your belief system. Amazing that nobody went and check that book out, right? They just started reading. You know, it's the word of God. Who told you that book, right? Why would God have to come write a book anyway? Ask yourself a question. For that time, it was passing from word to ear. So why God had to come write a book if he wanted to confuse you or to distract you or take you away from something or give you images in your head that don't exist to make it more powerful submission to you? They don't give a damn because once they die, that's it. Remember, that's why I keep telling you all these stories. I had a life-death situation. I went somewhere and came back. Whatever. I don't think you know death just tells somebody. See, watch this. Breathe. Boom, he just tells somebody else. See? So every second. So you running from death if you really look at it. Are you chasing? You begging God or Jehovah or Allah for salvation. But in reality, you chasing death. Can't get away from it.
For real.
That's why I say enter their road, all of them. If you're Moor, Jew, Hebrew, Rasta, whatever, they got death in the road. I tell you, in my road, I got supreme light. You feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So this right here, these are your ancestors that's in our doctrine forever and ever and ever. Make sense to you? And ain't nobody gonna come move it. You don't see how strong your state is. You got a lot of people that talking that crap being citizens. They can't even come into your court. Look how your court set up as a sovereign state. You got to fight. Your fee is gold. You got to submit gold to come in your court. So these cats out here talking all these noise, they can't prove, they can't verify the L. They can't verify the L. They can't verify the bait. Okay. They can't verify the Ali. And they can't verify the day.
That's right. That's right.
They ain't got no doc. They ain't got nowhere to doc themselves. And then they want to go over there to the court on the de facto side and get it changed. So at least they can make some kind of connection. They just get out there on Facebook and they L, Dave, Ali, every damn thing outside who they really are. So when your ass die, we don't even know because we don't know your slave name. See? If you want real time, we got on the ship. We got on the ship. Take it or leave it alone. As the minister used to say, take it or leave it alone, right?
Yeesh.
What else we got?
Moderator, do we have any questions or?
none at this time.
Okay.
Well, y'all should look at that picture right there. Them sisters there, look at you. That should be on everybody's Facebook page.
Yeah. I'm looking. Look just like family, like you said, bloodline.
Royal crown on their head. Look at that. Why they say them things? Look at ain't new crown. See the crown? You look at the top of your crown coming in. Now, whose seal sits on top? My seal. You see it now?
Jeez. That's right.
Make sense to you?
Perfect.
All right, come on.
Next slide, please. Continuing with the royal lineage of His Sovereign Majesty. On 31st August 2011, His Imperial Majesty received the live crown handmade by Don Pedro VII Alfonso, the King of Congo, Nani Congo / 1923 through 1956. As told by Nyabingi, peace be upon him, the making of the crown took 3.5 years. At the completion of the magical creation, King Don Pedro said, quote, "Whoever head this crown fits will one day rule the world," end quote. Note, the imperial and imperial royal crown is the only royal crown in the history of man that is handmade by a sovereign king who has a, quote, "smiley face," end quote, on his royal scepter and embossed on the tips of his fingers.
Scepter.
Scepter. Correction.
Look at it. Look right there. Look at it. See? You see right there too. You see the kid itself, that smiley face. See? See? Look at you. Look down there. See his finger. Look at his finger. Look, see his finger. Look at it. Look how long the finger is. Look on the front of him. You see them smiley face on the front of him? That boy wicked, ain't he? His boy wicked, ain't he? He made his crown 7 years before I was born. Before I came in this zone. So you tell me what kind of magic. Look at his coat. 6-point star, 7-point star, 8-point star, 6-point star. Look at his cape. Him and Dawn won the bad boy. See? Who had the crown on their head? The princess. This boy here was straight up. Look at this boy. Wow, didn't he?
Nice.
After he left, that's when they split Kongo up. She was the over the son who never came to his seat. Never got his seat. So they killed that Nate's boy. The CIA killed that boy. And it's been under US control because they want them chips to go in phones. Then you got Republic of Congo and Democratic Republic of Congo. So that's why they separated that. But look at that magic coming out of your ancestors' land. You got magic over there and you ain't even never seen it yet. You ain't even heard of it yet. Good.
Right.
That's where the 8 come from. You ask the question, why I go 888? Okay. You see 8 here? That's infinite energy, right? You got 4 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you got 888s just came in. Where the other 8 at? And you got the royal crown. So you know it's time for you to come in your seat, unbeknown to you. You in motion to come in your seat. Everything behind the scenes is pushing to come to your seat. Now you done, you're moving in time. You're moving in time. You feel me?
Right.
So you didn't know I told y'all we're gonna roll, right? They want me to write it up before I did it, right? No, you got to live it.
Right.
Y'all been living it, right?
Right. It's right in your face. 888. You see it right there. Right in your face.
Right.
On the
So
ground.
letting you know it's my time.
Hey.
So as we come into this 58 number 3, I know we said 58 number 3 last year, but I was calculating wrong. I just took the first year when I opened up the gates and I said 58 number 1, but reality it was just number 58. And then we went to 58 number 1 and 58 number 2. So now we're coming upon 58 number 3. As y'all can see, I'm not aging. I'm going backwards. See? Yeah, really. I took this picture on this thing here. I took that picture in 2015, 16, I believe. When I took that picture. I don't look no different though.
None.
Yeah, I see
No. Look the same.
Going back.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Question, Protector.
Oh.
Can you talk about how the crown came to your possession on your B-Day?
Oh yeah, it was like I stopped by, I had dropped Princess and Kyle at her godmother's house. And it was on over there off Plutonia. And so I was headed back and I said, well, let me stop by now. Being here every day. just to holler at him, you know. And so I ain't seen him in a couple months, you know. So I was, you know, every time you go in, you got to spend, you know, you're gonna spend some money. You just gonna spend some money. So, you know, I was like, all right, stop to holler at him. And when I walked in, he just shouted out, Emperor. See, me and him, I came to an agreement that he wouldn't call me that because I was incarnated, you know, walk small with big stick. But today he said, Emperor. He had like 12 people there. I said, he said, oh, come. And, you know, nobody sits in his seat. So he hit his seat 3 times. And, sit. I hit it 3 times behind him. and so I sat. He went back and he was talking the whole while. Just came in this morning. UPS dropped it off 10 o'clock. Said, brother come through after $10,000 right off the rip. Told him no, can't be bought. Got to fit here. So he wanted to try. He said no. I only sent it for one person. And then when I showed up the afternoon, he brought it in there. And he pulled it out of the box. And I said, yo, bro. He said, shh. Put on. See fit. Put it on and fit. He said, I'll be damned. I ain't never heard him curse. He said, I'll be damned. We got ourselves an emperor. Then he told a story about Kingdom and how they travel for like 30, like he said about what 10, 15 years, putting it on testing people that was born, you know, if they got a certain age, testing people to see if the crown would fit. And so his grandson, who he got it from, said that, you know, phones and everything came in and he just felt like them days, his granddaddy was old, them days was over. But then he said he had an emperor in America. He said, you got an emperor in America? He said, yeah. Talking to him. He said, well, why didn't he know? He said he walking small with a big stick. He said, smart emperor. Very smart emperor. He said, okay then. And he sent it. I didn't have nothing to do with that. And it arrived on 31st August, 2011 at 10 o'clock in the morning. And about 3:30 in the afternoon, I had it on my head. And I had no clue. And I had it ever since. And it hasn't changed a bit, have it? Actually got a little brighter than me. Well, if you really look at that picture, you can really see the aura coming off the energy of the crown. That's handmade by Don Pedro VII Alfonso, King of Congo, Manny Congo. And that's when he went in 1956. So you see how old the crown is, right? So you say, what, 56? So it's got to be what?
$75.
60. No, it got to be 67, 68 years old.
68.
Yeah.
Oh, 68. Okay.
Been around. He's 68 years old. Look at it. And it haven't even revealed itself yet. Because you got to remember, I got to take this crown. I got to take the crown back to where it came from, where it was handmade. Can you imagine what's going to happen when I step on the soil with the crown on? In Congo? Who's going to be with me?
And numerology around
I'll
all.
be with you.
All right. Yes.
I'm coming. I'll be with
I'll
you.
be there. Peace.
Well, who said something about numerology? What you got?
Yes.
That was a question
Go ahead.
from the moderator.
I had my mic open. I was saying that numerology around August 30, 2011 comes up crazy. I heard 11, 11, and then I heard a bunch of threes. I yield. That's all, Ember.
You got something else? Y'all see the picture here on the right? That was a 9-being shrine. I was the only one he ever let in the shrine. And them beings that beside them entities, he called them live beings, them live that was put magic in. If you see the other picture, I got plenty of them over there. When the Africans see them pictures, they know exactly what they are. You feel me?
Peace.
Quick question, Protector. Your thoughts on Kingdom's vision into the future to be able to even come up with making a crown for somebody to rule the world past him?
Oh, I'm into that here. I'm in that, you know me, I'm into that travel every day because the crown got so much magic in it. So if you look at the character of King Dome over here, Alfonso, look at the magic that he had to use to put into the crown. So if he look at him, you know how many warlock witches and all demons, all that around him. You feel me? So then you got a smiley face. You can really you can like to see the smiley face on his scepter. You feel me? That was magical or is magical. So I expect to get that. Seriously. And once I get that in my hand, then I want to charge the United States the copyright of the smiley face. He ain't got a right to use it. You feel me? He got a little mojo now. You feel me? But that's the copyright right there. You tell me that. Tell me who can come in and outrule this guy here.
Forrest Gump.
Hmm?
Right.
So they ain't copyright violation, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
They stole everything.
Everything.
Yeah, he's so copyrighted, it's on his finger. You see them two fingers on there? They smiley faces on there. So how he got that bread in his finger to, you know, that's some crazy magic. You feel me?
Wow. Yes.
And he made a crown. He hand made a crown. Look at his fingers. If you see the crown, you see how small the beads is, like a leg aid. You see them little beads? Now look at this man's hand. You don't even see the right hand. You see the left hand. The right hand is closed, so you don't know how long them damn fingers is. You feel me?
For real.
Look how long them damn fingers is. Shit, she didn't know. Shit, Princess, she didn't know which one it was. Let me quit. Let me quit. All right, come on, let's go.
Eesh. Moderator, do we have any more questions or we good right now?
I got one question in the chat.
Okay.
The red pouch that's hanging down your robe, the red pouch that's hanging down your robe, can you give an explanation for it?
That was a gift from Nabin that he said to be the real emperor. This is what you got to have on. And so that's why he put it around my neck, because he considered himself an emperor because he knew how to express something. And said he let me put it on to take this picture to show that I'm the real emperor coming in. So that's what that symbol means. That's what that pouch means. So he said, don't worry about it. As you travel, yours will come to you. But I can't release this one. But you got the energy to take the energy in the picture. But I can't, you know. But he probably gave it to me before he died. But his family took over. But he said, you're going to get yours anyway. In one of your secret or one of your ceremonies as you come to your seat. Because the whole African continent waiting on you. So that's why I say we just getting started, right?
Yeesh.
Right.
Yeah.
Solid. Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
That was good. I yield to the host.
All right. At this time, we can move on to the next slide.
Buddy.
Who is the incarnation of Samhu on Mother Earth?
I don't know. Come on.
All
I got a
right.
whole bio out there. Too,
That's what we're about to get into. Next slide.
Eesh, I yield.
We now come to the Imperial Royal Bio. First at the top, we begin with our banners. On the far right, we have the absolute royal sovereign dash empress, imperial and imperial royal flag, full colon. Next to that, we have imperial royal office for his dash imperial and dash majesty for the imperial CMYE dash IRK republic, gray flag, full colon. Next to that, we have the Mir dash More 48 dash star of peace, full faith and sovereign gold dash credit, gray flag, full colon. To the left of that, we have imperial CMYE dash IRK republic for the country of United States dash state small s national flag, full colon.
Let's slam these flags right quick. For all people who don't believe that I said what I said only an emperor can come and raise his predecessor's flag. So when you talk to people on the market, whatever level of religion or government, they said it can't be done. But I came and proved that it can be done because I successfully raised the Emperor of Morocco's flag, and to the point where I got my royal crown on the red flag now. That's backed by the 100 million in gold that some say don't exist. Well, I just came along and proved them wrong, right? So,
Yes, you did.
so you see, so you can see, then you see my
Voice
flag
cut
from my
out again.
office. What you say? I said, then you see my flag from my office, you see? Then you see my crown, my royal seal. Then you see the crown on top of a new head. Huh?
That's right.
You
Yes.
seen the crown on
Yeah.
Mamu head?
Yes.
You seen the crown on
Yeah.
Anshaw head?
Yeah.
Look at that crown. See the crown? Where's it coming
Same
from?
crown. Mm.
It's coming out of where? It's coming from the unknown. Look at the crown. So now go back and look at your crown.
Same crown.
Screen go next. There you go. Now look at this crown. You see? You see? And you see the purple behind it. So it's coming out of nowhere, unknown, and you came and made it known. You created a venue for it. It has its own jurisdiction now. It's got full faith and credit. And you see who's seal sitting on top? My royal seal sitting on top. Who's sitting to the left? That's my coat of arms. Okay. 48 star flag. Okay. That represents what? The gold. See? So everything here real, because all these flags are copy claimed by a sovereign. So when I copy claim this flag here, this represents the gold. So I don't have to go out there and play with the Moroccan flag with the green star. Them days over with. See, that flag is docked on the Kingdom of Morocco. It has a certain faith and religion under that flag. You can't take that flag and bring it to America and say it's part of Moor Science Temple or part of some damn Islam cult. That's bullshit. You feel me? Get your own damn flag. I mean, they try to put green, or some clowns like that now putting green on the red flag and say they some Moorish bullshit government. That's a Facebook club to me. But they ain't got no venue. They can't do nothing but talk. They ain't got a leg stand on a pot, pull piss out of it. You feel me? So then you come down to, I finally grew out of 20 years and put all 3 crowns on your flag. So now the Republic can run, okay? And you came and got the what? The country. That Al-Marak. That's country. They hadn't talked about Al-Marak. No, this, the country of the United States, their states, is Al-Marak. That's why it was transferred over to on the contract. That was docked under the embassy of Morocco. See, it ain't no Al-Moroccan or Al-Marak no more. It's docked at the country of the United States, their states. So you came in and took that whole energy because what? You were able to raise that red flag. You feel me? So when you see that red flag fly above the White House, you're gonna see it flying above every damn flag when I show up. You feel me? And them days coming up.
I mean, Red October. Red
Yeesh.
October.
All right.
All right, how we looking? That's good for the flag. Anybody got a question?
Do we have any questions in the chat, moderator?
No, you kind of answered all the questions I was going to ask, so pretty good there.
What are you going to add?
Yeah.
There's a question, Assalamu alaikum, Ashwood.
You have the
There's a
floor.
question from YouTube. Warren Tile. Greetings. Can people join? And now, correction. Can people join now and to the university to become Nama? To become a
Yes,
Nama.
actually, Miss Carre, that's something we make sure we finish addressing this administration on our Sunday call. We told them at full moon call we were opening up a registration within the university, and that need to get put out ASAP, okay? So that they can register and then come through the university, and then that way we can deal with them at that level. And like I said, we're on our own state. They serious about nationality, moving their state, ain't got no problem. So that's just updating the pure note, Royal Order 3, number 2, updating number 3, and then we move forward. But yeah, we have a registration set up this week so that whoever interested in assisting and moving their own state and paying itself, being a full diplomat for the rest of their life. Because you got to realize where we at now, being small, as y'all coming in being diplomats. I mean, you ain't got time for no nationals or citizens, really. Everybody coming in, it's going to be nationalized. They working for the government, so they're going to be diplomats, secretariat, really. Then diplomats. You got so many embassies and properties you got to operate. So you got a lot of stuff you got to do, and then depends on how many states that we keep contracting with is in opening up embassies and consulate offices. That depends on, that's going to require different ambassadors and more ambassadors and diplomats. You sit at the UN and everything, you feel me, as we keep moving. So yeah, we got plenty of work, you feel me? But like I said before, once we put out everything we doing, I'm not really gonna be dealing with a lot of Americans. Not being disrespectful, they just bring too much bullshit. But it'd be more of a lot of international players who gonna come in and do the job while we require, and they can leave all the other stuff at home. If we find Americans that's willing to do that, we ain't got no problem. But Americans, they want to bring too much baggage with them. Makes sense to you.
Yes.
It's what we have experienced the last 15, 20 years.
Mhm.
But now you at the level where we at, you ain't never got this far. You feel me? So you ain't been this far in over 4 and 30 years. You feel me?
Facts.
When they stop talking about that Willardent spell, the Willardent spell said we conquered that. You know that, don't you?
Mhm.
You know the 300 years on the Willardent spell ended in 213 in the end of 213, somewhere around the end of the month of 213. Y'all knew that, right?
Didn't know that.
No, it's first time.
Mm-hmm. So if you came in with your constitution when?
213.
13.
213, 3 April. You feel me? You see, you beat that clock, didn't you? Because they said they can keep you trapped 300 years, you'll be a slave there for how long?
Forever. That's right.
So you didn't even see it, did you? So all them folk out there talking about their nose, they under what? They still under Willardent spell, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they ain't got no way to get no freedom. So they out there arguing, slanging paperwork, doing everything they're doing, is acting like what? The same thing that contract say that they signed on to, right?
Mm-hmm.
What that contract say when they signed on to? Belligerent, argumentative, and what?
Combative.
Combative.
Combative, right?
Combative, yep.
And they poppers.
DC.
That's why that birth rate contract got you listed there. So when that cop run your name, you say you African American, they got you listed as combative, argumentative, and whatever.
Belligerent.
Belligerent.
And then what they act like?
Ooh,
Nagas.
goddamn.
No, what they act like? They combative, right? They
That is true.
argumentative, right?
Very.
What you stop me for? Driving while black man.
Shit, oh man.
In that contract, you guys what? No speak, right?
Go speed.
Right.
Talk to the judge anyway, though. So what you gotta talk to him for? Write it what you gonna write and let me move on. I ain't got no more words, you know? Corporations can't speak. Well, you got them. So I told you, like Mr. Ed, right? See what rap done? See what the rappers, they was like, oh man, hip hop. Oh man, hip hop. See? That was Mr. Ed talking. You didn't learn who you were, so you started rapping and talking. Rapping about everything. You feel me? And you lost your way. You got a couple people rich, made idols out of whoopie whoopie whoop. You feel me? They got to ride around in a Bentley, right? Before they die, right? Well, they got a big ass house before they die. No problem. They ain't take it with them then.
Damn sure didn't.
At the end of the day, the states they own the house, then. So now you got your states, and now you got to come in and tell new states that's on your property that they got to surrender what?
Your property.
They got we ain't gonna do that. They got a royal. It'd be a royal. It won't be no taxes.
Yeah.
No, you can't say tax.
Yeah.
It'd be a royal.
A royalty.
Royalty.
Royalty. There you go. It'd be a royalty from all the states that's on your property. North Carolina, Georgia, Florida.
Yeah.
Y'all seen the map of the Florida, so you know Alabama and all them states didn't exist. So all of them was on your property. So you know that's gonna fire them, a lot of folk, Well, we don't care. Because they're just gonna increase the tax on you. They ain't gonna sit and tell you that you got an emperor in America that's got more authority than the president. Are you serious? They just gonna tax your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you paying 7 cents now, you be paying 8. And that other percent come to us for them operating on your property. That's just how it is. The Empress had it all set up what you were doing. So who you around back then, you would have seen a couple things, But she didn't have full faith and credit. That's when they came with that raid and bullshit, you feel me? Because they had all the agents. You feel me? That's why if you got full faith and credit, you don't worry about no damn agent. Because they come in and swear a contract with you and violate your constitution. The United States, Germany, Spain, whoever can't save them from your wrath and your court's wrath. So you see a lot of cats jump on our shit. We first started out, when I first stepped out, you see them jump right off, didn't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, they knew when they signed that contract,
Drop it like
they done.
Drop it like
So they come over here and perpetrate. Like they did Chief Black Eagle and everybody, all of them. You feel me?
Mhm.
They ain't got them in the church now, you feel me? You know me, I tell you, all of you got age if you got a Social Security card, right? They can turn you at any time, right?
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go.
walk in.
Any of their numbers.
All right, come on, that's that.
All right.
You got a party to hold to.
You got a question in the chat.
Oh, come on.
Who is Sam Who on top Mother Earth?
Sam who?
Sam Who?
Oh, nothing was Sam who was. That's the magic. Genie Dweller. That's go all the way back millions of years. You talking about Sam who? That's why it's on my title, because it go all the way back. Before anything was. And I was taught coming up through my shamans that was around me back then, to make sure I respected, because of the Caucasian man came in and dishonored the name and made little monkey, black monkeys, big lips and all that, Sambo.
Indeed.
So I had to come and make it right. That's what I did. So when you talking about Sam who, that's the genie. He's in your constitution. If that's the answer you're looking for.
No,
Outside of that.
just to add to that, Protector, the fact that I said, just to add to that, yeah, you broke a curse, because to find Sam Bo, you got to come down south, and somewhere along the lines, the South knew about Sam Who, and like he said, the Caucasian flipped it into Sam Bo. So him coming back, he flips that back into his proper pace, because that was a proper deity for us. You feel me? not
Right.
just us. Multi cultures have sample. You feel me?
I know.
Especially in Asia. So it's just that was proper. Yeah.
But you gotta realize when the Asian, that's Asian black man. Okay. When Elijah Muhammad peace be upon him, talk about Asian black man, that's what you're talking about. But when I was coming through, you believe it or not, but a Caucasian brother down in Tampa, he the one told me on that or got me on that level because I had everything but the Asian black man. He said you can't come and rule the world unless you get all the bloodline. So that's when I went and got the Asian black man. So you see how my tribe they were carrying me? And running into who you supposed to run into when you needed to run into, so you can get certain things straight. And then by them not fully accepting their what they supposed to do in the full faith and credit clause, okay, that left the door open where you can make them little mistakes that I told you you ain't supposed to make. But by them not standing up, I wish that I know they sit right now, wish they would have. But by them not fulfilling their full faith and credit clause that they gave us with the state, because they gave us more authority than them, that gave me the opportunity, or us the opportunity. You see me always getting better, better, and better with my writing. You feel me?
Right.
So you able to correct little things as you grew into them. You feel me? So now you see how you got it concrete, right?
Right. All right. You got one more question from YouTube, Protector. It says, Terrence Howard was supposedly or has supposedly came up with really new technology using the flower of life. Have you reached out to him with this technology?
Oh,
Has he reached out to
I
you?
don't really have time to deal with, I hear a lot of people talk. They'll get with me down the road. But right now it's about setting your ship, selling your ship, and getting yourself ready to move in international arena and what you're doing. They come, but they don't, whatever he got or doing is still docked under the United States. So whatever they doing, it's belong to the United States when they die. Now they can so-called put it on a will or estate plan or even a trust. But the state is, if they need to overrule it, they will, because you gave them authority over that whole contract. So if you ever did a UCC1 and became a secure party, claimed to be a secure party, you go down there to collateral and you can, what you got down there and how you collect and who got what kind of bonds that once they get that authority over you, it's everything. It's everything. I don't care wherever your signature went, the state got authority over it. Okay, so that's why I don't need cats out there playing the game with people. You ain't got no status. You got to have your own court to be able to run the justice. You feel me? So, but there ain't no state to sit in the seat of another state. That makes sense to you.
That makes sense. And by Terrence Howard on the mission, he said that he got a few patents that the United States took. So
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
That's why I said he has to. That's why I said the answer to that question completely. That's not even my job. That's y'all job.
True.
That's y'all job to get to that event or reach out or whatever. But eventually, if they get ready to announce me to the world, all of them coming in. That's why we're getting these doors closed or set up, because they be trying to tear your doors down. You feel me? And we ain't we only moving as fast as the emperor wants us to move. You feel me?
Right. Right. Right.
I got immortal beings I got to deal with. So I'm just basically getting enough to run the ship. Think about it for a second. You got enough to run the ship. What did I just say? Let's do the biblical thing. How about that? You got 144,000. Okay? Well, that 144,000, what you got? You got families, right?
Right.
They got young ones, right?
Right.
So why you need anybody else then? See, you lock them doors. And that made that whole 144,000 got a job, education, everything. Because under a republic, you don't pay nothing. Your education, your medical, all that. That's why you got equity. That's why you got that 48-star flag up there. So that's why I tell you, a democracy, not a republic. So you got these Republicans and Democrats out there claiming, say the republic. They ain't saying no republic. They saying the democracy. They ain't got no damn republic. They got a Republican Party. But they ain't got no republic. They got a republic, you have equity. You want to have the issue and writing out 35 trillion in debt. There won't be no issue. You also have a constitutional decree military. You feel me? Like we do. First on the market. You feel me? So as the Imperial Indigenous Marshals raised up from the Guard, Grand Army Republic, that's already set in stone. That's what they had to do when you came and got your seat back. It's just a matter of time before the transition. Some call it a coup d'etat getting ready to happen. That General Flynn and all them, they talking about the rest of the coup. That's you coming to your seat. That's what that boy Trumpian boy, de facto Trumpian boy, was attempting to do. Because they knew about the contract. They knew about your state. He let you know that when you got it all. We're talking about that. We're gonna write a new decree. I'm like, nigga, you can't write no decree. This nigga trying to write a decree. You can write an order, executive, but you can't write no decree. I know about like, man, you call Trump a nigga. Yeah, nigga, ignorant motherfucker. That's what it means, right?
That's what it means.
He got to be ignorant to think there's some type of divine beings outside of your. I mean, it's pathetic to think that because you got some image that God's supposed to act and breathe and look like you got some kind of divine privilege. And I told you, it ain't stick death yet. So of course they're gonna be mad at you coming to your seat because they had trained the Nubian or the black man very good to be submissive. 300 years of that shit with Willie Lynch. You feel me? The Christian black codes. That's what he was trying to attempt to do, was get the King Arthur Code authority back at the president, but they ain't got nothing else. President, they ain't got nothing else. Everything they're doing is commit treason against the land. Seriously. That's why the Pope said in his civil order. I mean, it's in motu proprio. He said, failure to close the account. What account he talking about? He's talking about your birth certificate account. So they supposed to came in and settled with you on your birth certificate account. Like I said, everybody should be millionaires by now, you feel me? And you won't have none of this crap going on. But you got certain people who want to control mankind or certain families. And that's where you at now. Okay? And it's coming to an end rapidly. Especially after this tomorrow. Y'all better keep your eyes open. You better ride with me for 150 days or you get ready to get funky. But you got to realize 28 January 2025, that's 3 years for the gates of hell. So from now to tomorrow to the 28th is 150 days. How you make that shit up? Feel me?
Wow.
Real talk, dog.
Yeah.
So that's why I say you better roll with me. I give you 150 days. Ain't got time to play no more, you feel me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If y'all out there on Facebook and all them, y'all name getting with a Bay and L and all them on the back of your name, we taking you off we appreciate you being that want to be our friend and everything, but we are dismissing you because you can't prove that person or that status. And as we come in with the state, we can't be attached to you no way because we be accepting that you are that person. You're not. You haven't proved yourself to be who this L or Bay or Ali. You haven't proved anything. You just got a status. So we can't even look at you because it's a fiction name and you have no venue to operate it except on Facebook and Twitter. You feel me? And that's free service that they collecting off your dumb ass. You feel me? But anyway, come on.
All right, you got a question again from YouTube.
Come on.
It says, Holiness, does the Empress Rare Bird and the Protector both have royal whites? And who are the Americans Do you mean the native indigenous organic people of Turtle Island?
But there ain't no such thing. Cause see, you got to realize that's that warping. They talk. We got turtle islands in our paperwork. That's it. That's all in our paperwork. That's just the ancient land. But you got these people got to realize that they got a birthright contract. So whether you claim to be some indigenous person to the land makes no difference because you can't prove it. Yeah, we got blood. Yeah, we all trace ourselves with blood back to the land. Well, how can you prove it? You can't get outside of the king now, de facto king of England, birth record, social security card, contract that they enslaved the people in America with. So you have to get outside that contract to even have some status. So you get these people run up to the UN, registering at the UN to get that 5 minutes of fame on Indigenous Day or whatever events they're having up there. And they end up talking about indigenous being dishonored, this and that, but you don't have a court system to do anything. Your contract you got is with your all cap name. That's the only thing they deal. So you got to get outside that contract. And there ain't nobody that can get outside that contract but us. And I done went through all them schools y'all talking about. I had to. But I was being friendly back then because we already had a state and we were just learning how to operate a state. But they wanted us to fall under them. And I'm like, ain't no way, we first in line over here. You can never be first in line over there because that birthright contract. Only way you can get control of that birthright contract, you got to become the executor. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought the light was on. You had to be the executor over that account. Excuse me. No, excuse me. You got the light was off. You feel me? So if you're talking about the Americans, or we got it on our paperwork. Moors all the way back, Washington all the way back. You can trace it all the way back. Ain't no problem. Even when the Empress came along, she got the contract to the land. So a lot of people don't realize is that the 68,000 acres of land was a bank loan. That was a World Bank loan for 250 million that she was inherited. With that raid on her, they stopped that process. So that wasn't that was for her to keep up the land, 68,000 acres. So then she wouldn't bring you as them nationals. She was bringing you as citizens. You see, under her being her royalty, but she didn't have no full faith and credit. So we came along, Crown Prince Ramsey Bey, who she appointed as Crown Prince, and unfortunately she went into a coma in '99, and he was the Crown Prince, and we created a sovereign state, and he naturalized me a Chief Thunderfire, Chief Michael Thunderfire, double chief. You feel me? To save the land. You trying to get me? So that was just turning you back to the Watchtower. You going back to Native American, but see, that's going back to the BIA tribes who got contracts with the United States. They call it the bar, British accredited, BIA. What is that? BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs. Okay, so these Cherokee, Chickasaw, Apache, all these cats got new casinos and y'all going to visit and everything. Well, that's under that BIA contract, but they still on the .us.com, brother, on the United States. So they get that, so because they don't own land. That's why they had to come in and contract land. The land originally is owned by the Washington, 3 million damn acres, all the way up in Canada. So that's what we claim back. So whatever that's under my title now. It's already established in stone. It can never be undone or unwritten. It's already done. So I hear them people out there talking all this and that, but we moving on it. So, that 68,000, we get ready to address the issue down in Louisiana and each State Department. So that's rural land. Okay, that's inherent land from the Demasson rule. You feel me? So I'm King Louis XX on that side. So, if you come into sweat lodges and people coming from Canada saying they indigenous, you just ask them, they got a social security card. They say, yeah, well, you ain't indigenous. You feel me? Anybody can live off land. We got land up in Tennessee that you got to live off of because it's so fucking high in the mountain. You got to live off the land. You feel me? So, we understand that. And that's best feeling in the world. We on land. Everybody know who's been up there. You feel me? So So you talking about American natives like we are? So that's you talking about Native American. That's why we flipped it. We flipped it to American natives because we were here before. We were here when the Hitsos came and wrecked on the West Coast, and the Olmec allowed them into our hut to keep their race alive. Okay, so we go way back then. So that's what he's talking about. That's the one you want to get on. Or that's where we at right now. Or everybody straight.
Straight.
Make sense to everybody?
Yes, makes sense.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yes.
That's why I saw Doc under, I traced it, in the press release, and they say the Declaration of Independence. I go all the way back to the Anunnaki. Because we had to go back before King John and Pope Innocent III. When England's 11, when was that? When England signed over all the rights of the land to the Pope, to the Vatican. We had to go past that because you didn't have a right to sign over shit you didn't own, right? They never proved ownership. They won it through war. Never proved ownership. That's why you seen when they cut down Morocco, they couldn't get rid of that 100 million gold.
Sure.
So that's why they put it in the Constitution. See? That was Spain and France stepping up. So they were trying to steal it. But they made them put it in the Constitution. That's why they wrote the Constitution for the United States. You see in Article what? Tell you what, any debt that's owed before this was signed is valid. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's in there. So now they gave you a constitution but they ain't got no venue. It's military rule. Has no venue. You got 35 trillion in debt on that constitution. That constitution can't pay the debt. It ain't worth a damn thing. Why you need one for? That's why you see so many of them behind the scenes cats trying to eliminate it. Why? You don't need it. You ain't got no constitution rule. You got a banana republic. If you know what I mean. Help everybody out.
That was good. All right, so from YouTube it says, does this mean the only way to reap the quote benefits end quote as indigenous quote unquote one needs to become a Nama? And
That's all you got. That's the only way. That we the only one got a venue. Ain't nobody got one. And we could come in and sign other groups or nations in, but it's not worth it. We attempted that with the Washington back in the day. We did the Yamasee government. So it is what it is now. But they went up with one seat left, one state, and I got it. And that was it. So there ain't no debate out there on the market with all these cats jumping up saying they got some Republican with Morris government or all that crap. It's just another group of studies that came along and picked up on the old studies and from the old Moors in the 70s and the 80s and 90s, and now they feel like you got to go get a Sultan and all this kind of crap. You ain't got no venue. All that stuff is done. That contract was over. You can't go wake up the dead if you ain't got no venue. I woke up the dead because I had a venue. That's the only way I got past because I had a venue. They go back and raise the Empress flag. You feel me?
Right.
That's why Colin Powell said, what? I don't know what we getting ourselves into. But hell, the United States can handle it, right?
Yeah.
So the United States made me a what? A crown prince and a diplomat. So the question is now why they mad, right?
Right.
They just made one O'Neill, right?
That and the making of youth, those are monkey wrench in their plan.
Say what now?
I said the making of youth, those are monkey wrench in their plan. It was self-inflicted.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they did it to themselves.
Oh, yeah. Because the system they set up, it was, you got to realize how slick we were, right? See, we created a state, right? So we had a state and a treaty already done before we got apostille from the United States. So the same apostille from the United States that everybody went to the State Department to get. Okay, that was the same process that everybody knew. To this, back then, to this day, everybody knew. Okay. So the difference was what? Colin Powell said what? Go check and see if they on record. Same thing everybody go through. Whoever went up there. And when they went and checked on record, they said Khufu, Ranu, Z, Samsonel, me, quote, Thunderfire, end quote, versus the United States Postal Service. They said, Saffuddin said, Colin Powell said, so you telling me the embassy name of government via matter of fact embassy is on record? He said, yes, there's a Khufu, Ranu, Z, Samsonel, quote, Thunderfire, end quote, versus the United States Postal Service. That's how we got apostille #1, because we was on record as a solid state. So everybody go there to get apostille. They get their birth certificate, all that stuff. They get apostille #2. Prison transfer is apostille #3. When y'all hear Ukraine and Russia exchanging prisoners, apostille #3. Same thing I want to do for chief. Whenever if we get to that level, just transfer the property over to the state. That's all. You can have that de facto all cap name. You can write that in the prison wall 100 million times. We just come to collect the property, which is the body, the blood. You see? Y'all missed that one.
Got it.
Fantastic. They help you out?
Yeah.
Y'all need some more?
No, the other part to the question is, can you speak on reparations for foundational Black Americans?
Well, there ain't no reparations. Ain't no such thing. Get that out your brain. They ain't got no money. They broke. 35 trillion a day. How you get in damn reparation? The fuck? Anyway, all right, check this out. What happens is, as you have your own state, where you have a birth rate contract, which is what? A bond. So you transfer your bond over to your state. Everything under that bond comes to your state. And how much that bond is worth, that trust account they talking about, that's transferred over to your state now. If you want to call that reparations, okay. But that's how the way you're going to do it. You got to transfer the whole damn account over to your state, and now you operate. Now that counts out. Don't notice this. And whatever it's worth is docked under your state now. So then you have to equivalent what it's worth. Some say 300,000, some say 3 billion, some say 100 million. I don't know. We'll find out. You feel me? That makes sense, everybody. Because you be working in these damn departments. I ain't working them. You the normal diplomat that be working in these departments, talking to Homeland Security, having to transfer over to all the accounts. I'm not doing. I got my own office. I got an office to run. Them departments under Imperial Moors Yamasee Recording Service, nominalization, where you got jobs. You working for your own damn state. You feel me? Paying yourself. It makes sense to you? They help you out?
That's clear.
Yes, absolutely.
So you have another question. It says, did the emperor hold any interest or concern with what's occurring with Burkina Faso, being that they are kicking out France, starting their infrastructure on their goal? Does this affect the government?
Oh no, I'm in tune with them. Matter of fact, I will get ready to drop some information over to them, but that's our business on the other side. That's fine because I'm in contract with King Muhammad, and so King Muhammad opened up the doorways for them to get their everything in. I already sent. Well, y'all weren't around back then, but 2020, 2021, when I set that intention out, when you go back and read that intention, Morocco did exactly what I said in that intention when he opened up the gates for the African nations to run commerce through Morocco. That's the same thing I got in the damn contract. You feel me? Now we were running flotilla. You feel me? We having ships coming all over, back and forth, docking in Morocco, being able to transfer through Morocco to other African nations to bring in what? They want to be, what were the contracts they want to do with us? Contract hospitals, remember the first ladies of certain African nations, I ain't gonna call them here, and they wanted to create a hospital system. So we agreed that would be the best contract. So what we were gonna do a turnkey. So when the ships get over, you got enough cargo on that ship to break the ground, completely finished. If not, you got Kongo ships coming back and forth. And that's what the contract we working with them with during that time until them boys try to hijack the contract. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna address that again in the near future. But right now, we didn't know back then when we did that 2021, remember, it's 2024. So you see the other development that had to come with the state before we were just a little ahead of time. Now we right on time. So all them contracts 2021, they just gonna be redone, normatized, we call, and ready to do business with foreign nations. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
That's clear. All right, I yield the floor back to the host. I have no more questions.
That was that so John, that was also that about the NGO, non-government, Indian, what is it, NGO or UN? Working through that issue as we moving up, we get into that later, okay?
Right.
Okay.
Yeesh. Now we can get into the reading of the royal bio.
Yeah. What time is it?
Time check is 1900.
1800. Well, let's bypass this part and getting on down to the flyer. We'll pull it up tomorrow. So we done been on here 2 hours. So let's get down to the slides. And we'll read the bio tomorrow later on. Let's get through some of the slides first, all right? So we got like 20 slides, right?
Yeah, we do.
Got like 20 a day, so we gotta get through them slides. So we gonna get that bio, we will get it on the end. We get it in, but right now we need to move on down because the flags got everything we talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we get down, what y'all think? You want to do it that way? Shake shift a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Ready? Your party.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Oh, we're here. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
y'all talking about something else that got my interest. Come on.
On the 28th, 29th January 2022, His Imperial Majesty opened the gates of hell, which marked the beginning of the 70 plus 7 week prophecy and the coming of the Son of Man. On 26 August 2023, exclusive AccuWeather forecast reports a hurricane that originates in the Yucatan Peninsula, traveling and gaining strength, reaching land on H.E.M. solar return. Adalia, behold the sun, was the name of the magical earthly wonder that hit land on 30th/31st August 2023. All Nama Earth-keepers celebrate, along with the earth, celestial bodies, immortal fire deities, and the universe. We now continue the story. Eesh. 70 plus 7 week prophecy.
That was too. I was going through that healing pain that time too.
Yeah,
The birthing pain, they say I had to go through that.
Birthing pain.
That's right.
Every time I see this picture here, it reminds me of this bracelet right here, right? That was a handmade bracelet that Benny had for me, right? Had all kind of jewels and symbols on it, right? You know the ocean took that from me, right? I was out there playing in the ocean, I be playing in the water. And I died in that one of them big old waves. When I came up, it was gone. Everything else on my body, but except my bracelet. And I made sure this thing was tight. You feel me? I said, oh, they must wanted it, huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's the one that's during the same time as the Sundog.
Oh no, this way for then. I went, no, this a couple of years for then. Sundown, that was last year. That was during my transition. That was, to me, when I seen the sundown, that was that completion from birth to the end of the mission that I was on. So I knew from that point on, clarity would come. You feel me? To give me guidance. And y'all seen it happen, right? That's why I say that was a ending to see a whole sundown, a whole circle sundown at Sunset Beach. I would never seen it when walking backwards, right?
Right.
So that happened on then, yeah.
quick question on this
That's
side.
cool.
Son of man protector. So is that because you're synced with the coming of the next son, which will be
Well,
Nibiru?
no, I'm the final, I'm the end of the line.
Mm,
So you got all kind of stories about the Messiah bloodline. I'm the last one. So that's why I had to go through all the pain and thing I'm going through, because I'm the final one. And they say the one that hit me, they said you don't want to anger him. And y'all seen what happened when I get angry. You feel me? What my homeboy say, some of us kind of like living on the earth. So you feel me? So I'm the according to they Ethiopian prophecy and all that stuff. That's why the Royal Cross appeared to me out thin air. You feel me? Crown came, the Royal Cross came, same year, you feel me? No, Cross came the 12th. Yeah. But
so
August 2011 and July the 12th, that cross appeared out of nowhere, you feel me? And that was the same cross that's been looking for. That's when homeboy said I have 40,000 waiting on me. So once they announced me, I got 40,000 waiting on me. So they know about the cross. And they know that when the cross appeared, who's the royal bloodline. You remember I tell you, I said to him, I said, so he said, so when he was telling me this, I said, so you start looking at him like, so you telling me that I got a royal bloodline? That cross appeared to you, I ain't telling you nothing. That's what comes with that piece that appeared to you. That's why he had to see it. You feel me?
right.
So, then you start telling people that you done lost your mind, right? And then you done grew it. Look how long you done grew into it. You feel me? And now you
Yeah.
starting to get out and do what? I haven't even exposed the INRI. That's coming out. That's number 3. I'm coming as the absolute royal sovereign. That piece, when I start traveling to Ethiopia, Egypt, and all that, you're gonna see a whole lot of stuff being discovered. Because I'm gonna be opening them doors up. You listen. That's what I'm telling y'all. Get your act together. See, when they shut the Moors down, the contract of the Moor, okay, or IIEHU, you want to say it? When they shut that down, you know how much wealth they had? You know how much gold they had? You know how much rubies and jewels they had that all these countries had, that they had lien or contract with or whatever? So when they cut you off, they couldn't spend that stuff. They had to lock it up, and they had to give you time to return to your seat. So they had to hold your stuff. For however many years, you say with a lynch, if you want to say that, okay? And if you didn't come and get it within that time, then they can operate it so they can get out of debt. You know how much equity is on it? But then you came back and got your seat back. Once you got your seat back, now you got to start to prepare as you emerge in your state further, that the gifts that's inside of these locked vaults for hundreds of years, they got to be reopened, or they already starting to reopen, because they get whatever you have an event, a red carpet event, when we go to wherever, Albania, Kongo, and Morocco, whenever we step, we get a red carpet. Once we get that red carpet, well, part of that mission is also brotherhood, culture, exchanging, whatever we're going to talk about on government. That's our business. But a part of that gift is what they've been holding, that they have to rightfully submit back to you, to us. You feel me? See, one had to come and get it. The Moorish Americans out there teaching that crap like all of them can come get it. No. The contract said one can come get it. Then that one was shared with the world. That's what I'm doing. But I'm coming under my venue, not under somebody else's venue. So if you look at the Moorish Science Temple, well, we got consulate now. You don't need temples. You got consulate office where you operate as a diplomat inside of whatever state. You feel me? So as you raise your flag, you will see folk sleeping outside your gates. They're gonna drop Allah Jesus like a bad habit.
There you go.
Huh?
Nah, it's an angel.
It don't exist to them now. They don't
It
worship
don't.
this stuff, man.
It
Look at
don't.
this madness out here. Come on. You can't go call nobody a devil, because you got evil in you.
That's a fact.
So you call somebody bad or he negative. Well, you ain't never 100% straight your damn self.
True indeed.
You calling your sisters hoes and brothers hoes, whatever. You can't. How can a pot call the kettle black?
Can't.
Because you claim to be married in some contract. Well, that's some contract with the state. that's verified by agent of the state. It ain't got nothing to do with God. You feel me?
Right.
Or your savior. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You go to work and you say you worship a God, but you actually worship a government because that's who paid you. God ain't gave you shit. And he said, well, he gave you breath. No, that's just earth. It's just part of the Nifu Tamu set. You feel
Right.
me? That Enki created. You feel me? That,
Right.
you know, set in motion him and Toph. You feel me? And then house that. So you got to go back to finding your true being, your true self to live in this coming world. They're trying to do a world that they got to survive in. That don't exist when you come because you got supreme knowledge. You got supreme, you on the land.
Facts.
Yeah. We had a good time. We having fun, right?
That was good. I think the question was, so the question here is, will you explain the significance of losing the bracelet? Does it mean, or if there were any significance when you lost the bracelet? Because that's where you was at before I asked my question.
Oh no, it was just one of, you know, I do ceremonies, I say ceremonies, so some people might get praised, but rituals too, whatever, at the ocean. So you ask for a lot. Sometimes you got to give, you know, you're always supposed to give, you're gonna take something. So that was something they required. So that's what now being said, it's something they required. You couldn't, but you know, so if it wash up on shore, eventually goes heavy. So I don't know, hurricane something could have pushed it in, you feel me? And somebody find it, well, that's why you lost it. But that person was supposed to find it. You feel me? You know, if you know anything about the laws and how you lose your ring and somebody find it supposed to be picked up. So you just keep walking, you know, you find you get something, lose something. You feel me? So I just keep rolling, you feel me? And I got more than came since then, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Right. Cool. I yield the floor back to the host.
Yeesh. All right, next slide, please. Redemption. On 6 January 2022, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Samhu Amini Ray Adeloyi end quote, was introduced to the horrific events afflicted on Agnes Sampson by the bastard King James VI, effective day of the curse 28 January 1591. The sun and moon rotations of January 2022, leading up to 28 January 2022, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Samhu Amini Ray Adeloyi end quote, created a ritual to honor the soul of his great 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 grandmother Agnes Sampson and release her soul from the 430-year-old curse. 22 days after the ritual.
That was some wild stuff, brother. You got it, yeah. So that's it. Then when that fire lit, never to go out again. Man, I probably get my sister one day. Get her to write it up, but she witnessed it, some of it. The pain I was going through when they was. That's how I knew she wasn't dead on the cross, on the stake. She wasn't dead at all. She was near death, but they made sure when they burnt her, she was alive. But it was all about that cross. And them trying to attempt to steal the royal bloodline. And that's why I call him a bastard. And you know, I called him a bastard, 2 years ago? And you know, and ain't nobody said a word out. And matter of fact, you gotta check this shit out. I took his book, right? I took his book that they called the Bible, right? And I went in there and got Psalm 91. I went in there and got Psalms 23. I went in there and got Psalms 5. Psalm, and then all the Psalms I tell y'all, 3, 7, I got a lot of them. But then I write them the way I write, and they work. Now, is that magic or what?
That's magic.
That's magic.
Because they said you just told me I did a ritual, which was I read Psalm 91 3 times. I read Psalm 2 one time. I read Psalm, what was it, 23? Three times. And then I came in with the hear, thou, and understand. To introduce that to the world, remember? Flame, the source of all things, containing all things, potentiality. The order that sent forth light is the word, and from the word comes life and existence of all. Remember that? So that was done on the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. You know, I started on the 26th, and then we on the 28th, when the third day, got three again. Remember, so I say 58 number 3 coming up, right? On that third day, boom, that's when I traveled. I was in 2 places at one time. Astro, and seen the master. And then found out what? February, when I found out. Well, it had to be after February when that boy down in Georgia tried to throw that treason charge, remember? That fire, they hit that fire, and I called my boy. I ain't talked to him 3 years. And he said that the gates of hell is open. I said, whoa, what do you mean? The gates of hell is open. He said, they've been open. I said, when did this happen? He said, around the 28th, 29th of January. I said, I did a ritual at that time. He said, you did what? And that's when I told him what happened. And that's when he gave me the story. Like, what you know about the 430 years, that's supposed to end at when? 2040. When did 2041, I say? That's according to King James. So you take 1611, add 430, that's 2041, you see? So they prophesied that all that stuff that's happening now is supposed to be happening in 41. So that's why they had that link all that time. Then they came in the Holy Tablets and said, well, 2030 was the end of time. Then you seen them stop docking back from 2040. Then they got back to 2030 to catch up with the Holy Tablets. Let y'all know they read things behind the scene. You feel me? So then I come in and I open up the gates on 2022 and brought in everything now. But you know, the cat they were looking for, he didn't show up. Who showed up, y'all? His Imperial Dash Majesty, Emperor Sam who many dash Ray Pope and Deloye Pope showed up. You feel me? And everything was matching. And that's been matching ever since. So now I'm finally, like I said, I'm coming to my 3rd year tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, the night.
Right.
And that's 58 number 3. So I said, get ready, put your seatbelts on. I ain't never told nobody I was 90 either. All right, so I yield on that. But that was, and you see Agnes, you know, we got a picture of Agnes and everything. You feel me? So that's good with everybody.
Cool.
Good.
All right,
Cool.
let's keep going. We got some slides, you know.
All right. 22 days after the ritual, His dash Imperial dash Majesty Emperor Samhu a mini dash Ray a day Yi end quote was informed by his trusted vizier quote the old man end quote that insurmountable chaos occurred because the quote gates of hell end quote was now open. The ritual performed by His dash Imperial dash Majesty Emperor Samhu a mini dash Ray quote a day Yi end quote was a direct correlation with the quote opening of the gates of hell end quote on 28 January 2022 and the release of the master and 1 million immortal fire deities per day. As of today, the absolute royal sovereign dash emperor has the master dash fire deity and 579 999 999 million immortal fire beings who kneel and pay homage to His dash Imperial dash Majesty Emperor Samhu a mini dash Ray quote a day Yi end quote. Eesh.
Remember, old man said, old man said, he said they was wondering why this million fire deity that's coming out of hell is kneeling to this one entity, and they didn't know who he was. And then he found out it was me. He said they were figuring out like who was this they kneeling to. Then he said, you know, he fight for the other side, remember? And I said, what? I said, so what's the fight for? He looked at me and said, you know, you're right. What is we fighting for? You feel me? Because I let him out. I opened the gates. So everybody knew. So this light I came with, they ain't never seen before. And I'm growing into it. And I'm just starting to get into it. So it's just starting to get fun to me. You feel me? So let's just throw that in there, talking to my old head. I said it was crazy. He said, I just talked to you. I said, what you mean? On the other side, I just talked to you. You told us to come on this side to find out who on this side had the power to open up the gates of hell. So when I came back through, first one I talked to is you. That's why I'm so ecstatic. I just talked to you. So ever since that phone call, I've been on that journey like what? Well, how you can see me on that side and I can't? So that's my next journey. You know, I told y'all that.
That's right.
That's
Yes,
what I've been
yes.
on ever since. So people say you don't see me. I can't see you. I know I can be in two places at one time. I done did it throughout my life, certain girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like that was the first time that happened. I think they were preparing me. You feel me? But I done did that a couple times, being in two places at one time. You feel me?
All right. So was this the other side of your bloodline that you were speaking of?
Yeah, that's going back to the dweller bloodline.
Right.
How much magic Agnes Sapp had? She remember they said she was the oldest. The oldest. So then you see when I released her spirit, that opened up the gates. So you see that spell that connect. So that make the occult on the other side. You had to be a part of the occult because if that's the only way they can keep them gates closed and keep this fake religion going and making people see people as royalty when they're not royalty. They just imitating a fraud, perpetrating fraud. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I like it with 579,999,999 and more than 5 billion zeros. You know, the affirmation I changed. Y'all remember that? Right?
No, yeah, we did have that discussion recently.
I'm keeping up with you. Tell you, get ready to get fun. Y'all got to sit in these seats now. So that's why you got to set up that part of the university so that the young folk that's coming in that want to be on the ship, they can continue studying so they can work their way up. But we ain't got time to babysit no more. And you know, we just ain't got time to babysit. You got to, so they can study and we can bring them in the calls, let them get into certain calls, you know, working with us so they can grow with us if they at a certain level of comprehension. That makes sense to you.
That makes sense.
All right, I yield.
Quick question for you.
Come
So
on.
second year anniversary of the opening the gates of hell coming up on the 3rd. How does this event relate to the broader spiritual and cosmic narrative within the imperial and imperial warrior kingdom?
That's something that we need to talk about not on wire.
Okay.
That's not something to be discussed because what they showed me ain't gonna do is be fear. And I told you they showed me my light.
Right.
And I said tears just kept rolling out my eyes because I can't, it ain't like I said, I ain't got time to work with it because it's just gonna be so much death.
Right.
And you know, so you know, you got to prepare yourself. So that's why you see me so strict on everybody who come with these damn emotions. You feel me?
Right.
And you know, because they feel for somebody or friends or you know, well he got his wings or all that, you know. You know that bullshit.
Right.
And they going straight to hell, you feel me?
Right.
You know, because I already made an order, I made a decree. So by them not, that's why I said I gotta calm my anger. You feel me? Because I was so angry with them because I wanted to come when I wanted to come, but it wouldn't have me to come. So I cursed their ass father because they didn't announce. You feel me? So you feel me? So I had to learn to, calm that fire. Feel me? So I've been doing good for the last 2 years. You feel me?
Nice.
So, I've been working on it. You feel me? So but it's getting greater. So I see why the developments, the master, all them, because I got to grow to a certain level. Y'all want me to meet when you gonna talk to the master? Don't worry about it. It's gonna be just fine. But you got to be able to get to that level where you going, whatever's written that I'm going through right now, it's already written. I can't do to fulfill what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? And you got people on me to come over and be emotional.
You went out. I think the last word you said was emotional. Did you mute yourself, Protector?
He probably muted himself. All right, we'll get it protected a little bit more. Time probably had a situation in the background. Come back on. So like at this moment, we'll just give him a little bit more time. And also, as you see in the image to the far right, we have the immortal five beings exiting the gates of hell.
Oh, I bet they cut me off for a second.
Okay, there you go. You're back.
I said, yeah, they shut me down for a second. I said that with that anger, you got to burn because you got to look how in depth that spell is that they instituted on the beings, on your humans. Only way you get rid of it is burn it out. That's why people forget. Remember, I mean, it's so funny because they don't read it on script. But in their book, they call it Bible, right? And the fight no book. Remember, they said what? The one that coming, what they call this Yahshua, this Jesus character, right? Or Jesus, what's their name? Make you feel good. They said he baptized with water, remember? Then they said the one that's coming will baptize with fire. You starting to get it?
Mm.
Well, the fire's here. You feel me? I'm here. So you got a fire you got to cross through. Because none of that shit come on the other side because it has no meaning. It's a figment of your imagination. It's a God that was created by man that has no existence. He can't save itself. He has no existence. If you want to go to Allah, okay, cool. That was the grandson of Enlil. So why you going like you see them more than talking about Moabite bullshit? I'm like, that's far you carry your ancestry back? Please. You feel me? And you talking about Allah, and you get mad at you don't worship Allah. Why would I? He's the grandson of Enlil, or what you call Mikael. That's his grandson. He was the one that raised up on behalf of the Anunnaki because all the Torah they were doing in the mining for gold. He the one that raised up to his granddaddy's house, and Enlil thought the war was going to be a war, so he summoned Enki and everybody before this fight, and they end up creating what they call sites, so humans, all right? That makes sense to you now?
Yes, and you made clear sun/sun man now. That's real clear now. Yeah. Question. Would you mind explaining, quote, no fear, no favor, end quote?
No fear, no flavor, without fear or favor?
Yeah, I just read it how the question was, yes.
Oh, without fear or favor, that's because when you take that oath of office, you have the authority that comes from your constitution and your sovereignty of your state. So when you go out to perform on anything, write any type of contract, whatever you do, and you have an oath of office, and then you're a diplomat at that level, where you have to perform your duties without fear or favor. So when you go talk to the American agents or diplomats or whatever, their status don't mean anything to you because you got your own status. So you're gonna talk to them straightforward. It ain't no that more shit back in the day, the white hand, black hand, we can come to an agreement, all that bullshit. No, you ain't gonna never get nowhere with that because they stole your rights. So now you deal with them at that level on diplomacy, on everybody. I don't care who it is. That's like they go to work without fear or favor. You feel me? Listen, they write off credit every day, and they ain't got no equity. Okay, you can write off anything you need from your state. So that's why I tell everybody, you want to be a millionaire, the quickest way you're gonna be a millionaire is in your own damn state. Your birth rate contract worth $1 million. You feel me? So we find out how much it is. The Irish ones coming back, where the state will come in and give you what you deserve, everything that's owed to you, while your transition is coming over. It might take 3-6 months. Okay, well, government already done pay you, so you can live your life. You feel me? And finance it through your bank and everything else. As long as you, and so that's why you got to come in and write policies and write stuff for you to operate and rule. You feel me? So that's without fear or favor. That's when you take the oath of office. That's why I say y'all ready to roll. You take oath of office. That's without fear or favor. You got your ID, you got everything. Now you're standing on your circle and your square. And the pyramid, you want to add that to it, really? That makes sense to you?
Clear. Person said gratitude.
Gratitude.
Say
Gratitude.
All right. Come on.
And we can move on to the next slide.
Oh, go back a minute.
Okay.
So you talk about that 22. And you know, 22 is already assigned to the Messiah family, the double twos. So you can see how them twos been rolling with me. You feel me?
Copy.
And y'all ain't seen that yet. Remember, the hell gave the hell on it been over 2 years. I closed them. But the boy that all that came out, oh, they rolling. You feel me?
Yes.
Some of y'all say, well, you didn't keep over him. Because I was entitled 580 million. Everything's involved around 58. This bastard up here, the fight though King James VI, he was 58 when he died. I was 58 when I broke his spell. Shit is crazy, ain't it?
Real
And
talk.
what the old man say? Old man said, well, hell, what come with that? Immortality come with that, don't it?
Right. Right.
So yeah, what do you say? You don't mind living forever? I said, hell no, don't you? Well, what do you say? What do you say, y'all? He said, well, you gotta, you programmed to die first, right?
That's what you programmed.
Everybody go to church. I gotta die. You know what I'm saying? You're going to some heaven. That's bullshit. I can't even prove that shit wrong. Yeah?
Right.
So guys, what else people say about you or me and where I've been, all that stuff, they make it different. Because wherever I walk, I end up doing what? Something ain't nobody came to do, even that Jesus, even that Muhammad, ain't nobody did what I just did. But they'll pick me up, 10 years from now, 15 years, you know how that stuff goes. They're too arrogant right now to show the world who I am. But they got all the anti-people out here, like they got some venue. You feel me? You got to vote them cats in office with your right you got from your birth certificate. That's a damn shame, man. You got $1 million contract, and all the right you got in that contract is to vote. Everything else you got to work for. Go get a business, be an entrepreneur, get a business, get a trust set up. You already got a damn contract, right? That's why you don't need all that trust stuff over here in your state. You feel me? All that came about with where they stole your privileges. Because they set up an oligarch system or a banana republic at the Congress now because they have no authority to write that. They say they got a purse. Why are you gonna hold a purse and you 35 trillion in debt? There ain't no damn purse. If you got a purse, that make you ain't never going outside your purse. You feel me? And now this is gonna make you mad. Where did the 35 trillion come from? Your birth certificate trust. They wrote that off of your trust and give you $1,200 on alliance, right? Sending Ukraine 100 million, but give you 1,200 off of your account. And everything that's signed it off to the president is coming from your birth record contract, your trust account. And you can't get nothing on it. They give you welfare off that shit. Ain't that an insult to you?
Yeah.
You volunteer for welfare on your own contract.
Very much
How
so.
dumb can you, how
Slap
dumb
in the
can you
face.
get, right? Slap in the damn face, right?
Right. Right.
What else you got for? On this note, we got like 5 more slides for today. That's why I said let's get the slides out of the way. We can get the ball tomorrow.
All right, next slide. The events after the gates of hell opening. 29th through the 31st, January 2022, gusts of winds reached 85 miles per hour in parts of Scotland as Storm Malik swept across the country on Saturday. One
No,
woman.
that was 117 miles an
I was
hour.
about to
That was
say
85, and they said that was
147.
160.
Yeah, 147.
Yeah, 147. That was 147 mile an hour wind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one wrong. I seen 85. Wait a minute, that was 100. I know it was 7 there. Yeah, 147. They said they ain't never seen it before.
Yeah, correction.
That's when the
147.
that's when the gates was open. Remember, I told you it was whirlwind. Remember, they said a whirlwind came out of nowhere.
That's right.
Right.
And I told y'all I was standing in there. Y'all thought I was crazy, didn't you?
Real time action.
Real.
Oh yeah, get that straight.
Like
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah, but y'all know y'all have been paying attention. If you notice since that I opened up the gates, you seen all kind of anomalies happen over in Scotland and England.
Yeah,
If
that's
the
true.
England crew over there, I know they paying attention because they showing all kind of stuff in the skies in certain places in Scotland. You feel me? So I know y'all look at this thing with King, de facto King James the Sixth. You remember he was the King of Scotland. Queen Elizabeth I, she was Queen of England during the same time. Y'all go back and check the records, you feel me?
Okay. Yeah.
Then when she died, remember he became King of England too. Starting to get it?
Right.
See how that stuff work? That's why you see his resume, he got England, Scotland, all that crap. Same character. He lied to everybody. So if he lied to everybody, that make the whole Bible false. That's
right.
That's why I asked homeboy, I said, what's the fight for? He said, damn, he lied to everybody. See, because they believed in this king. See the power of a king? And he said that 1611 document would survive for 430 years. So they came with a Willis spell. That was a Willis spell. But the king of Scotland or England, he said you had to hold this authority on that throne for what? 430 years. And if you can last that long, you'll control the world. You feel me? I came and broke it. That's why I said, he said, think about it when he said it. He said, well, hell, he lied to everybody. That makes, he took everybody out. See, the 430 years started when he killed my grandma, not when he wrote some Bible. But they never thought you would come back and get that power. You feel me? That they were seeking so badly. That's the immortality that comes with that bloodline. You feel me? That's why I say, so they wrote my story for me. That's interesting. Okay.
They wrote a story.
That's what I'm saying, because by the time this boy show up, they say gonna show up. They done got how you gonna sleep, how you gonna dress, how you gonna look. You know what I'm saying? They got everything. So why he gotta do just show up? Ain't got nothing for him to do. I think it's kind of interesting how they write that story, right?
In retrospect, yes. Very much so.
Yeah, you hear judges out there saying, you know, my respect and love into God, I would feel like I had to meet my leader with my God one day if I vote for Trump. You hear them niggas out there saying, I said, you ain't got no God, fool. You got a Christian God that don't exist. She is amazing, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
Who's still doing it? Yeesh.
It only exists what they put into it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right. 2024.
Come on.
Still dead.
That church ain't came and gave you nothing but a fried chicken sandwich.
Don't forget the greens and not
Look,
Oh,
look.
man.
Yeah, look, and they didn't even realize that they could be getting the same chicken that the church eating because the church is a 501c3, right?
There you go.
Or 501c5. You go read the contract like I did. It says for the body of the church, right? So if the preacher's tax exempt, that make everybody who got a contract with that church is what? Tax exempt. So if you got a contract with Target, Walmart, Sam, well, everybody in your church, when they go shop, they can use that tax exempt number because you part of the church. So only reason why the church don't do it because that's going to implore people. But I thought you love people. So because now the church got to do your taxes. Because you living on that 501c3 for the church. So the only thing I do how tax people come in and whatever that family use on that account, you gotta record. You feel me? But they choose to let the preacher, the congregation, and the secretary run them privileges, and everybody else got to pay for that shit. Another form of slavery, ain't it?
There you go. That's it. Facts. Nothing but facts.
They want the preacher to have the best shoes and the fancy car, because the drug dealer around the corner got a Bentley. So the preacher got at least have a Cadillac. You feel me?
At least that.
You know what I'm saying? You hear people talk, oh, hey, make sure the preacher good. Make sure the preacher. I say, huh, y'all worshiping the preacher now? I thought y'all were going to church and worship Jesus. The fuck?
All of them tax free. They don't know it.
They don't read the contract. I have people come over here and say they want to get away from tax. I said, for what? Why don't you just go to your church and get it? What you talking about, Kufu? Don't read your contract, dummy. You see, when you deal with people, you dealing with a lot of folk who want to get on your ship, who done signed their life away and ain't read that damn contract. You feel me? They ain't read their driver's license contract. They ain't read their mortgage contract. Hell, they ain't even read their death certificate. And they out here just performing like ignorant fools, right?
All right.
Protector, we do got a question in the chat for you.
Come on.
It says, well, speaking of King George and Europeans, were they originally black and are they descendants of Enlil?
Yeah, Enlil had a lot of, but it wasn't just Enlil's son, Nerida. They in certain parts where they stationed at, but these are part of the 12 tribes. So, there are a lot of mixing. And you go by to King Edward and all them that was known black on English seat. That's just the same thing they did to the Egyptians, make them lighter. And you go look up who was the first president of the Continental Congress?
John
I got him down. There you go. Who?
John Henson.
There you go, John Hanson. I know I got it. I got him. It's written in your notes. I know it, but my brain. I want to have a brain for. Look how they took him. Black as he could be. Then you see how they rolled. Got some fat looking Caucasian man. So you got to see how the church. You got to see how the church program. You see the church. They got what they call stained glass windows, right? So that's dealing with your chakra system. Okay. So when you go to church, you making sure every chakra get that religion. That's why it's so hard to break that spell. You feel me? So when you look at these images they keep giving you, where you keep volunteering images who don't look like you, and you program them in your mind that they some form of an entity or some form of deity. So you can never get cross yourself. You can't get to who you are because you always giving everything about you to some unknown fiction character. And it's always outside of the way you look. So if it's outside of the way you look, well, you need to look in the mirror and make sure it's you talking to, and not giving your soul away where you waiting on a royal family like my family to come and save you from your own ignorance. Because I ain't here to do that. Feel me? Ain't nobody gonna come and save you from himself. That's just the crazy shit in the world. That's why it's so hard to see how people keep thinking this guy named Jesus. So just us, Jesus, with the J, J's are up to date letter. So they ain't even got enough respect for the brother. They call him his original name. They going, They so arrogant, they gonna change his damn name without his approval. So when he get back, whether his name is Yahshua or Joshua, who the fuck ever, they saying your name is Jesus, not nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta accept who they say he is. See, this is just the ignorance of the people and the church, where they fool people to make people believe in some outdated religious crap. When you look in the mirror, you the closest thing to a deity you gonna see. You feel me? That help y'all out?
Yeesh. Yeah, that's
Good.
yeah.
That had that question out, see y'all?
Yes, indeed.
You gonna be all right.
You
It's
got
Earth Day week. It's Earth Day weekend.
right. So then it says, so are there 13 families?
Who?
13 families?
Yeah, they would say tribe, but yeah, you can say bloodline. It's supposed to be more, but according to the Bible, they say it's 12, and Dina was 13, royal bloodline. So we're separate. That's why I got all the bloodlines under my bank, my banner now, under the flag of your nationality, because once you go do, you got a lot of people that are doing research now, they handpick. They walking with one hand behind their back. Once you get under your state and you go do research from your authority, you get to see every damn thing. Good. Ain't nothing that can happen if it's yours. Good. That make sense to you?
Yes.
That's clear.
Yes.
Right, it's clear.
Do we have any more questions or?
Oh, you got to realize on that 31st of September of 2022, before this de facto queen died, remember I had a 3 rainbow above my house on my Earth Day. Remember? And then she had a 2 rainbow when she died. And she died 8 days later after my Earth Day, which is showing you who I am. The 8 is here. You good?
Appreciate that. That was the next question.
And then she died at 96. Y'all know I got 69 on my ID, right? That whole seed is cursed now.
Mm.
Yin and yang.
Would make sense because there's nothing lawful about it.
Ain't nothing lawful about it. It stole you. That's why I said you came back and got you broke the spell. Y'all don't say how deep that is. Y'all really knew who my homeboy was. That's magnitude. That's major. Like he asked a simple question. You hear people every time talking about 400 years of slavery and all that kind of crap, right? Moses, 400 years. You'll never hear nobody say nothing about 430, right? That's why he asked me, he said, what you know about the 430 years? So James said evidently 1611, you have 430 years to stay in power to get that royal seat forever. And you can't even tuck it, you see? You can't get that royal seat from my family. So everything is already written. Remember they say man planned a plan and Most High planned a plan. You see how the master planned the plan, just sitting there waiting. For them gates open, who the first one out? Period straight to who? Me.
Yeah.
Purify me. Then the wings came out, boy. I said, ooh. And I still say, boy, impressive. Very impressive. I have visions of that. I can't get it out my brain to the point of making mine come out. And I'm a dweller, you feel me? I was like, still we're doing. All right, what we got here? I said that's the end of that one, right? Talking about the 8 September 20. You go read that. That's cool. Oh, yeah, you got 23rd June 2022. That's why a lot of people don't realize that. They think we ain't being heard. All right. I was so loud in January 20. I called everybody out. Y'all got to realize that press release y'all see online, that went to all head officials. This ain't no club over here. This real time shit. Not no organization y'all believe in America. No, 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 no. That went out to the kings of the world, the Pope. Everybody was on that list when I sent that out, press release to the world. It wasn't just to the world. Y'all thought, no, 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 no. That's why they came and did what? They heard me, didn't 23rd June 2022, Scholar Israel what? Absolute pardon for the witches. Ain't nobody talked about no witches till I brought up about my grandma, right?
True,
But
true,
y'all
true.
seen some movie on Netflix, right?
That's right.
Once I came out about my grandma, you see them come and do what? Because
Change
he
their
knew.
history.
Changed their whole damn history then.
Overturn.
Then right after that, the fight no queen died. You know what I'm saying? So there was a whole lot going on 22. I thought opened up the gates of hell, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And that's just small. You remember, wait till you get these geeks on our team. They're gonna go back, shit, this happened, this happened, this happened. They said we missed, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on.
Yeah. You know, Protect, you speak about it, and you know, like it's nothing to gloss over real quick, but you know, when you did that ritual, they did pardon the witches. And like I really, you know, to this day, that still kind of matters to me because I never heard anything about nobody doing nothing for witches back in the days to this day until 2022 when you did that. That was like, wow. So they behind closed doors and the scenes they hear, they listen,
Everything.
and
That's why I
they
tell
know.
you I don't worry about the population who look at our videos because the main people look at it. If the people don't sit, because it's like they said, put it in a book, they ain't gonna read it no damn way. You feel me? So you know, it's new. That's what you know. That's why. Where you go? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So that's So when they pardon the witches, that's letting you know. I told them straight up. Matter of fact, you remember, I wrote that into a decree.
yeah, you did.
I wrote it into a decree to show everybody how much power I had under my scenes, remember? And you seen everybody heard it. They come out and part in Scotland, but they see, so they know something you don't know, and they knew about that whirlwind that came through, and they know something happened over there because it happened right where they killed my grandma at, in that castle. That's why I told you part of our travels is going to work. Because there's a lot of stuff that's right. There's a lot of stuff that's being said that you ain't hearing, but that happened over there at that castle during that time when all that weather happened. Because you had to hide it, wizardry. And I say I was standing in the whirlwind, remember? I said I didn't know where I was. I had to look at my hand and make sure I was real. I was still there. And I said I looked up, I seen all this whirlwind. I was like, it was flowing. I seen these like five beings, this serpent. Then I said I seen this boy sitting on the ground like a log, like a fire log, and I seen it moving, which drew my attention. And then he raised up and stood right in front of me, in mortified being. And then kneeled to me like this, bowed his head. I bowed my head at him, and then his wings came out, and he just looked up at the sky like nobility, just took off. And then when I talked to my boy a couple weeks later, he said, the master. But he kneeled to you. And I said, yeah. And all of them kneel. He said, so that's why all them boys kneeling. To you, every day, 1,000,000 kneel. Until August 31st last year when I cut it off. I got 1,000,000 a day, and they were getting 2,000,000 dying. And y'all realize that ain't nobody paid this no attention. Putnam started that damn war February 22nd, somewhere around that time, against Ukraine. Because I told y'all that all of them had warlocks and witches on their council. So if my boy got called to come up and find out who opened up the gates of hell, that make the Vatican, the United States, the Pope, let's say the Queen, England, Portugal, everybody got them families. They got agents. They go both sides. So he wasn't the only one I told. He said all of them. So that was all over the world. So they know who opened up the gates here. But they ain't able to do that because I got to come to my seat. So that's why I say I'm coming to my seat. And this right here lets you know they heard me, right?
They hurt you. Oh yeah, they hurt you. Package and wait.
Facts.
Wait and pick up, right?
Waiting for pickup.
Praise.
All right,
come on.
we can go to the next slide. We addressed everything here. January 2024, terrestrial and celestial events. Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals for the ECMYE CMYE-IRKR for the month of January 2024. On the 1st, a 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck Ishikawa Prefecture near Suzu, Japan. A solar storm to hit Earth hard, causing radio blackouts. The super hashtag solar storm launched during a X 4.98 flare New Year's Eve that clipped Earth. NOAA prediction showed impact early on January the 2nd. UTC. Mercury retrograde ends, improved communication. Also on the 6th January 2024. White-tailed sea eagles spotted in Wales, England, which have been extinct to Wales for 150 years. White-tailed eagles have not been seen nesting or breeding in Wales since the 16th century. This is a sight in 500 years in the making. A fire lit in the Emperor.
430 years, see? Yeah, a lot of stuff got shut down 400, see? So that show you everything renewing itself. An eagle, a white-tailed eagle. Damn, I forgot all about those. Come on.
You're doing something that hasn't done in a while. Okay. The fire lit in the Emperor, never to go out. He discovered his 13 times grandmother, Agnes Sampson. Started writing the public notice to the world. /2022 marked the 2-year anniversary on this date. 8 January 2024, Noble Drew Ali, peace be upon him, was his solar return in the year 1886.
That's an interesting birthday is on the 8th, now the 8th marquee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't never figured out now, huh? I bet they looked at that wrong.
Interesting.
He was there, he know his birth. 8th marquee gonna straighten this mess up.
All right, next slide. In the 15th of that month in January 2024, Imperial and Imperial-Royal Diplomatic Decree signed marked the 1-year anniversary. As of this day, humanity now stands at a pivotal point, at a pivotal moment in the cosmic cycle, witnessing the end of the Kali Yuga. This era, long marked by materialism, discord, and spiritual obscurity, is giving way to a new era. According to Purana, Lord Vishnu, the maintainer of Dharma, will be born, taking the last avatar of Kalki, and he will destroy all the wicked people and reward the good people. Satya Yuga will begin, and human society will bring forth progeny in the mode of goodness. And to the right, we have the images.
Yeah. That's right.
So do we have any questions or concerns on this slide right here, moderator?
No, we just got a comment. It's just interesting that this time is for cleansing and rebirth. I look at the Emperor as cleansing the earth. His arrival cleanses and starts the cleansing process, right? And then the rebirth, right? Because you got to come anew. And when you go through this fire that he has, like you said earlier, it's purification. So a lot of that old world mentality, that old era mentality gets burned out. So it's just real interesting how all the different cultures pointed to this point in time for cleansing and rebirth. They all agreed on that accord.
Knowing someone was going to show up, but didn't know who.
Right.
Remember I tell you old head said, when he found out that I had a royal bloodline? Remember what I told you he said? He said they only sent one. Interesting. Because he's seen how big the world is and all the stuff going on in the world. He was thinking, evidently they had to send, 100 of them. He said, damn, they only sent one. And I said, what that mean? He said, well, you equip whatever you need to get your job done. I said, damn, it's already in you, young man. You just got to go into it. And that damn thing been growing to it too, right?
Right.
Ish.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeesh.
Y'all see magic around me to this day though.
Yeah. Facts.
Fact.
Facts.
Claim and fact. Yes.
Hey.
Fact.
Hey.
When I click that like on it, it scared the hell out of everybody, right?
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
How do you do that shit? Watch.
right.
I gotta get this shit running first though. Come on. He's crunk up and we ready to roll. Come on, that's right. What you got?
All right, next slide. The 20th, continuing in January 2024. Pluto leaves Capricorn on and it remains in Aquarius until September 1st, 2024. It gives us insight into the next 2 decades to follow. This era is filled with supportive collaborations where opportunities, connections, and a turn of events that support a more altruistic theme of life become pronounced. Pluto takes about 248 years to orbit the sun and is one of the few planets that makes important moves only a few times during an average human lifetime. This sets the foundation for revolution, change, and transformation for generations to come. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was from 1778 to 1798, and this period was a game changer in the history of mankind, with important events like the French Revolution and the Irish Uprising taking place during these years.
I was on mute as soon as you said that. I said that was the French Revolution, 1778. 1798. Remember, they got the seat in 1791. That's when Georgia and the boys got the seat. Remember? That's why you see I got a question mark behind the emperor, because you had an emperor here in America. Where's Ben buried at? Where's his tomb at? You feel me? So what do y'all do? You got it 6 miles. You got it 6 stories under the White House. That's what that's what the whole kingdom is. That's what all the dockets for the vizier chair, the emperor. Sits but now me. I mean, say our bishop. When the empress went down to get her papers for her, to trace her bloodline to the Louis the 17th and Saint Zaire.
Protect you went on mute.
What was that? When the empress going down to went down to the White House.
Maria.
Yeah.
Oh, Anna Maria, y'all missed that. I said, okay. So I said, so the empress went down to the White House to get her records to trace her back to Anna Maria and Saint Zaire Maria. My bad. Make sure her name. You kind of messed me up, so John. Saint Zaire Maria. They took her out of history books. All right. So when she went to do that, Archbishop went down with her. He said that you see it in your proof how the 9 presidents, and the 9th one was George Washington, all cap, where they show you when they flipped over to the corporation, all cap. You feel me? Before that was the jeer, okay? Then it became de facto. So when they created this state, and this new, what they call new state, in 1791. Remember, the emperor signed a treaty in 1776. Let's say 1786, brother. You see that? So you see, so 1786, it was in the same time. Okay. And then they ratified it on 1789. So 18 July. See? So we intentionally started the empire on 18 July 207. So that way we attached to the treaty and everything else. You feel me? So you see all them dates right here, right? Remember, the Jade Treaty was signed in 1792. The Cornish Act was signed in 1792. See all this stuff happening during the French Revolution, 1789. You feel me? All that stuff happening there. I see y'all got a French Revolution, but I gave you a whole lot of stuff happening right there, right? So imagine that'd be added to that time frame too. So we back in that system. We back in that Pluto age, and look who emerging. Feel me? Are with it?
Wow.
Yeah, and you tie right back into the revolution and everything going on in that period. That's a while.
Right. Now you see this boy named Trumpian boy, He's simply basically trying to call for a revolution with that Bill 25, some crap, 2025, that crap they want to do. That's a revolution call. You know, them talking about if he lose, they're gonna start another civil war. Look at the time frame you in. Same time frame, ain't you? 240 years later, right?
Right.
You're in that same window. And you merging on the scene as a new incoming world power. Wow. Amazing. Say
That
don't
is
miss the
amazing.
ship, right?
Yeah, don't miss it. That
Talk
is
about a
amazing.
connection.
Can't make this up.
Look at the timing, y'all. Y'all been on my ship for a couple of years with somebody. And look at everything I wrote, how I just fell right in. Dates, everything, right? Take weeks sometimes to write stuff. But when I send it out, everything, dates just fall in. Mail dropping, mail receiving, certain time. We don't control none of that. But perfect, ain't it? Everything we do, right? Seems like we just change time, right?
Yes. Yes. Facts.
Good one. Some good energy tonight. Come on, what's next?
Next slide, please.
Yeah, you had Benedict die that year too.
Say that again, Protect.
No, I'm down here on 31st. Come on,
Okay.
you at the top.
Yeah. Continuing in January 26th through the 29th, during the opening of the gates of hell, which marked the second anniversary. And the 27th.
Well, we won't have. We just have. We just have. Well, that was dealing with the ritual we did because I started on 26th, and then I did it with y'all on 27, 28, 29. I get y'all 3 days in on 29. But the reason why you see me got 28/29 because UTC time and that's why I see me slash it because new days when the sun go down, all that kind of stuff. You feel me? So, but it happened on 28, but I say /29 depends on where you at. But it happened on 28 when I met the master. Okay. So that was just interesting. So we had that the 28, 29 for the that'll be an every year celebration, like off days for y'all. You got 3 for my Earth Day, y'all like that, right? Now you got 2 for the 28, 29. Y'all got some nice days off there.
Yeesh.
All right. Like I said, you pay yourself. Listen, you can get every citizen in America, and you couldn't write enough. You couldn't write enough off of that equity. Seriously. You can get you can give every citizen in America, I'm just gonna make it simple, $1 million, and they wouldn't touch that damn equity from that account. That's how much wealth is in there. So that's why I told y'all I ain't concerned with some who trying to be the richest over here. I said, what? You could never write off enough. Whatever you want to buy, we'll buy it, but you can never out. You can't. They ain't nothing. That's why the food you gotta get produced. The land, how gets your land. So you got the wealth as we moving with normal culture. Our standards is above FDA, but we not restricting natural healing. That's part of our culture. But our standards is stricter than them when we stop buying whatever. A lot of y'all don't eat meat. That's cool. But you have embassies and you got people you gotta, dignitaries you gotta cater to, and they might want a slab of damn ribs. You feel me? So you got to have that set up within your government to chefs to make sure you got dignitaries coming. That's what they want. That's what you feed them. You feel me? So, that's all that stuff got to be worked out through y'all, though, through diplomacy. That makes sense to everybody.
It does. That makes a
A lot of sense.
So as you moving and doing your stuff, you're doing everything. Water, prime example. You feel me? You know where I'm going, Arkansas. I ain't got to say no more. So, and then you got to look at also us growing our own oranges, lemons, apples, everything that you got to grow, but they on your land. You can buy farms. That's why I say I don't worry about that, none of that stuff. You buy the whole farm. They can't pay your taxes. Buy the whole damn farm, and you ain't worried about it 'cause it's in territory, your territory. So you growing your own crop. So you getting a lot of water from your watermelon. Look at the name of watermelon. See, you getting it from mango juice. You feel me? So you got to look at getting a lot of water from just your fruit that you growing. So you can become more natural, get more catered to Reiki, self-healing. That's part of your whole mission, because you're living a certain life now. You don't need to have bad digestive problems because you got to eat what you got to eat now because you don't live that way. No, you ordering everything just like everybody else until you build your own. You got organic farms all over the world. You feel me? Same thing. Your credit just as good as anybody else. You're better than anybody else. You got equity on the back of yours, right? So your bills, in other words, you look out at the international arena, say they got an international arena where the international bill of exchange might stay on the market for 6 months to a year. In your case, it'll stay on the market for 30 days, 30, 60 days. You give them 60 on it. After 6 days, you pay it off. All the other countries on credit. So the longer they stay on the market, the more they can get out equity, interest, and all that kind of stuff, the market. See, in our case, you ain't got to worry about that because you're not living to live off the interest of bonds. You just pay your debt. You feel me? That makes sense to everybody?
Right.
Right, makes sense.
Yes, yes, sir.
Makes sense.
And on the 28th right there is when you first started the 100-day read right there. So
And that's when the rain began. Continuing in January 2024, 27, full Uranus retrograde ends, embrace new ideas. And on the 28th and 29th, the Emperor's reign began, marked the second anniversary. '30th of that same month, 1803, 220-year anniversary. The Stars and Stripes flag was raised over New Orleans as the United States took formal possession of the territory of Louisiana, an area of 885,000 square miles, nearly doubling the size of the U.S. The territory had been purchased from France for approximately $15 million.
Well, that's why you got in your declaration. So that's an anniversary. That's cool. Because see now, who got the screen? You need to push that 15 million. You need to space that parentheses there. If you look at it, 15 million. Okay. All right. So now you can go back and charge France for that purchase because it was a legal purchase. And that's why I got it inside of your declaration decree. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because and the stars and stripes, so they'll make that bring that T back or push that space away from the premises. And then that was a legal land purchase because according that the contract they signed with Napoleon was for the barracks, not the damn land. So that was that's something you can readdress. And it's, so you in the 221st year now. So we'll have that addressed with New Orleans and the United States. Don't make me no possession. But that's not. So that's a 15 million time war. 3% for how many years? 220 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice little payout.
I thought it was 231.
231 what? What do you mean?
I thought it was 230 years. Would you say 220?
They said 220 on the paper right here.
Oh, okay.
We can count it up. 1903, 2003 is 20 years, 200 years, right? So 2003 to 2024 is 21 years. So you got it right. All right, come on.
All right, that brings us to the 31st. Pope Benedict XVI died at the age of 95 1 year ago. In 2013, he became the first pope to resign since Pope Gregory XII did in 1415, which was almost 600 years ago.
He's supposed to down that seat. That's a death seat. When you take the Pope, he's supposed to be the third in line to Christ, they say. That's why everybody tripping, because he wrote a motu proprio telling everybody that he ain't the third in line no more. He said, if somebody here walking got more authority than me, so y'all need to cut that contract out in the United States and get them people by their birth certificate. Then what we said in the I said in the day's reading. When I read this morning, what was that I said about? I said make something public, right?
That's right.
Protect, you said make something public.
Y'all don't remember? Y'all remember?
You said make something public.
I said I had to make something public. I said I should make it public.
Oh, okay, okay.
You remember now?
Read, yeah.
What was it?
Hold on. There you go. Put us on that spot. There you go.
You know I have fun with y'all. All right. It says, quote. It says, quote. This is what I wrote, remember? It says, quote, before the continental flag, parentheses, United States, small u, small s, of Morocco at North America, dash Moorish Republic, in parentheses, and Moorish Al-Moroccan flag, parentheses, Al-Moroccan / federal government, small f, was taken down in 1774, semicolon, and the imperial red flag of the Emperor Morocco in 1789/90. Remember I said I got a question mark, right? Treaty and conscript agreement flags, which they call themselves flying today, was taken down by the not Masonic proprietor to the president's palace in 1791. Like I just told you a while ago, remember? George Washington, all cap. Semicolon. The Pope was considered a warrior general against the Moorish Al-Moroccan Empire. After the imperial red flag was cut down, the Pope became the chief protector of corporate fraud by issuing the motu proprio via apostolic letter on 11 July 2013, effective date 1 September 2013. Pope Francis separated his position as protector of private and corporate fraud and no longer protects against the cabals. Period. Explanation point. All cap H.E.M. Space Emperor space Samuel Ray quote Adeloye end quote. Thank you quote Zen Uru end quote. Smiley face. You remember that one?
Yes.
Yes, that's in the yes. I remember that. I'm looking at it now.
See, that's been in your how long that's been in your writing ever since you've been on the shit. Been in
Yeah.
I wrote that back 14, 15. I wrote that when he wrote the motu proprio. That's how it came to me. You know? Well, there was other brothers on the call back then, Hemotep, and then was on the call back then with me, breaking that stuff down. And that was a little paragraph I wrote, and it made sense. So I summarized the whole thing. Like that,
Yep.
bitch. I bet you go back and find the time that one, right? Well, y'all ain't got to worry about it. Y'all got it on your paper. You just got to remember every day we read it. But folk out there on the market, they go back and listen to that little session. Come on, what we got?
All right.
All right.
All right, next slide there, please. Unless we have any questions or concerns from the moderator.
No, Protector covered all bases tonight.
Yeesh.
I was jamming tonight, huh? We good, huh?
Yeah, we jamming real good. And you covering all the questions and just really going through the slides with you you know, your energy, you know, like that was real good. Real good.
That's why I leave y'all alone, so I don't be on it when y'all be doing it. So we come on here. I ain't got everything on paper yet. You know, so we be rolling. You know, so we did good because you said 20 a night, right? So we'll get the bio tomorrow if time permits. But tonight we good, right?
Sounds
So
good.
now it's time. Now it's well, we supposed to be jamming an hour ago, but now it's time to jam. It's Earth Day time, dog. 23:45 tonight.
That's right.
It's going down.
Yeah.
And I just heard rain outside, so I'm like, oh, they done clean the air.
Nice booming going on down here too.
Yeah, same
Oh,
thing.
you got
We
rain too? Oh, they
Yeah,
done clean that
boom,
clean the air, son. That's clean the air. Birthday night. That's clean the air. All air.
sure
Yeah, I'm
appreciate it.
I'm gonna do something crazy, man. I'm gonna go get me some Wild Eye Rose. I'm going old school, y'all, right?
Yeah.
Might fuck with you, know, I ain't drinking no damn Wild Eye Rose.
Really?
I gotta be able to sit in the morning, deal with y'all Saturday morning.
Oh.
I did old shot of Crown Royal, might not hurt. Lift the spirits.
Royal.
We be jamming next year because I'm next 58 number 4 is gonna be off the chain. Because this 58 number 3 really set it off. All right, so let's end this portion of it. First night, that was good.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.
I think
I
the next
gotta
slide takes us
get
to that.
busy.
Okay.
I yield.
I think the next slide takes us out. Gratitude for your attendance. We leave you as we greet you. Salam alaikum with magic. Salutations to all. Yeesh.
Yeesh. All right. So we appreciate y'all showing up with us. We'll check y'all out tomorrow. We ain't gonna put the music online as we gonna shut down and do it ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't have that scheduled for the night on that line. We didn't want to go too wild because you got YouTube them kind of copyright and everything, so we kind of jamming behind the scene. So I appreciate y'all enjoying me, helping me enjoy my Earth Day, best celebration. 58 number 2 still. 58 number 3 comes in about 3 hours, all right?
Right.
Then the party start, right?
Right.
Yeesh. All right. Know thyself. Smiley face. Salam alaikum, Ma'asharu.
Salam alaikum. Ma'asharu.
Salam alaikum, Ma'ashawu.
Salam alaikum, ma'ashawu.
Salam alaikum. Who that said alaikum? Who that said alaikum?
I know somebody jumped off real quick. Said it jumped off.
He's y'all 5, 8, 7, 6, 5.